Vanguard. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the Kern High School Network Game of the Week. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Board of Education and Administration of Ridgeview High School, we would like to welcome you to tonight's contest featuring our guests, the Liberty High School Patriots, and the home team, your Ridgeview Wolfpack. In order to make tonight's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. That means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, the officials, coaches, administrators, and other authority figures. That also goes, of course, for your team and opponents. Let's make tonight's contest great by remembering to respect the game. Set to kick off for the Patriots.
Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Kern High Network's live exclusive coverage of high school sports here at Ridgeview High School tonight. Ridgeview High School hosting Liberty Patriots. It's a big one. Welcome, everybody, to the Kern High Network. Vance Palm alongside Stan Green. We are underway, and for week 2 of the 2019 football season, a mere 8 days into the season, and already we are having a big game, and it's going to be a lot of fun to call this game. First of all, we want to make sure everybody realizes that the Kern High Network is brought to you by Motor City Kern Schools, Federal Credit Union, Bakersfield College. Pleasure to have everybody with us. Again, Vance Palm here, Kevin Willey doing all things technical. Our guest caller tonight, you can't really call him a guest, Redwood High School graduate, class of 87. 1986, he led the state in passing, broke the state record, 2,800 yards. Went to Bakersfield College. More on that because that's its own story. And then up to Boston University. He's the Director of School Support Services. I drop his name every single webcast, no matter what sport or what we're doing. It's Stan Green, and tonight he joins us for this big game in week 2. It's 2nd and 4. The Wolfpack have a veteran quarterback in Henzo. Look out, though. The Liberty Patriot defense is exactly what everybody's been talking about all summer. Let's bring in Stan Green. Stan, first of all, great scheduling by you and your staff. Big game tonight in week 2.
Oh, yeah, we're excited about the things that we're going to do this year. And, you know, it's kind of cool to see these kids out here. And first tackle of the night was Jason Oliver's son on the kickoff. And then Mariscal right there got up on the outside and took down that running back. It looks like Ridgeview's trying to get out on the perimeter. That's going to be their game plan. because they're spreading them out and trying to get down the field and trying to get on the perimeter.
Our other game tonight, Arvin versus Foothill at Highland High School. We'll talk about that as the evening unfolds, but this lineup, this matchup is enough to carry the whole night as far as storylines. Ridgeview hosting Liberty. It's now 3rd and 9. Henzo in the shotgun, has 3 strong on the right side, throws down the far side, has his man open. A flag should come out, and everybody in Ridgeview wanted it. They may say inadvertent tripping, but I think the bigger story there, Stan, is that ball was on the money by Henzo.
Yeah, Henzo's got a good arm. He's a good little player. That guy got behind the corner there. Ball was there, and it looked like his feet kind of got tangled up and went down on the receiver.
So Coach Nixon already can see that head coach Rich Cornford and his staff are coming at him. And now we're going to get to see this big offensive line that everybody's been talking about for the Liberty Patriots. It's 4th and 4. Ridgeview will punt. A little breeze tonight, but a booming punt. Will it be fair caught? It won't even be messed with. What a Ridgeview bounce, and it gets down to about the 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Liberty Patriots. Again, everybody, welcome to the Kern High Network. Vance Palm alongside Stan Green and Kevin Willie. We're at Ridgeview High School, week 2. The Wolfpack hosting the Liberty Patriots. Very quickly, Stan, the other game, Arvin versus Foothill at Highland.
Yeah, we're doing reconstruction at Foothill High School, so they don't have a home this year. And Highland was nice enough to let them use their facilities tonight. Hey, Vance, that was about a 49-yard punt by Ridgeview.
The wind coming in directly from the west, so if anything, it was going to blow it sideways. It didn't, so that's a lot of power in that leg. Here come the Liberty Patriots. 1st and 10. They're going to go to the air right away. It's chucked.
He's got him.
He's got him. A connection right away. Ramon Henderson. Touchdown, Liberty. Hayden Mann drops a 45-yarder in the hands of Ramon Henderson, and just like that, it's Liberty 6-0.
Yeah, that was a great ball. That receiver kind of ran a skinny post. It looked like he was going to try to dive down and come across the middle, and the ball was thrown up over the top. He got behind him, ran behind him, and there was nobody home, Vance. So what was that, about an 85-yard touchdown pass to start the night? It's a pretty good start for a quarterback.
Hayden Mann, the junior, 6'2", 215. Stepped into it, threw it up there. It had enough wind underneath it, I think you'd say, for Ramon Henderson, the senior. We've called his name and number a bunch. Here comes the PAT, Braden Blevins, and he does exactly what he did all year last year as well as a sophomore. So that didn't take long. 1 minute and 21 seconds for the first touchdown to be scored on the first play of the game. And Ridgeview looked aggressive coming out, Stan, but now all of a sudden now they have to be aggressive. They're already down a touchdown.
Yeah, I think they got a little aggressive on defense there. That safety kind of jumped down, and then the receiver just ran skinny, and the quarterback threw the ball over the top. He saw no one was home. But, Ridgeview's going to have to do something. They're going to have to answer this. You know, we went out to both schools this week and did some promos. That's what our office is starting to do more of, and my office staff's doing a fantastic job. It was cool. We went to Ridgeview today for their rally. They had a double rally. There's nothing like being on a high school campus with a rally, and they were pretty fired up, so they're not going to lay down, that's for sure. Went out to Liberty. They went out to Liberty, and one of the girls that does stories for us, Victoria, came back. You know her, and she said, Stan, they practice so much different over at Liberty. She went on and on about how impressed she was and just how organized Nixon is. And, you know, he's been a coach for a long time in this valley, and he played football at BC as well. And matter of fact, these are two of my favorite coaches here playing tonight, or coaching tonight.
And Rich Cornford, who spent some time with us on the Kern High Network, we were lucky enough to have his presence and his experience and his calm demeanor and his voice with us, and we kind of always tossed it back and forth about him going back to coach at the varsity level. It's happened.
Oh, he's going to get it.
Nice tackle at the 26-yard line. A really, really good play out there by Brady Torgiani. Makes that tackle, number 29, and had he not, it could have been a lot more. Dennis Manning is synonymous with gold, whether it's West High gold or now Ridgeview gold, and he's done such amazing things as the head coach for this program to now step back, and Rich Cornford is the main man in the big chair. And I saw Dennis before the game tossing a football around with a little 3-4-year-old, and that's a different vibe when you're not the head guy, huh?
Yeah, the funny thing about him is he's always just so relaxed. He never really got uptight. He spent some time at Foothill too, and I think they won the D3 Valley Championship. He's a really good coach.
Henzo,
empty here, 5 guys.
On the run, gets rid of it. It tries to get rid of it, but can't. 25-yard line. Oh, took a big hit. And
Nathan Martinez there on the tackle.
So, big hit by Randon Reeder. Piled on at the very last there, and Henzo looking back.
It's pretty obvious, too, what they're going to do here. They're just trying to spread the field.
Henzo fires. It's caught. Marquise Castile went up to get it, but, on a 3rd and 5 now, 3rd and 6, that's all. They only picked up about 4, so I had heard through the football grapevine that the defensive backfield for Liberty was going to be a force to be reckoned with this year, as if that was something that they needed to work on. I don't know. I can't say that. But what I did hear is their DBs are really, really going to be tough to deal with this year. And with that huge defensive front for the Patriots, as Henzo steps up, can he get enough? Let's see. One extra move, and he just may have done it.
He got there before Dylan Tooker took him down. Good little escape for him. He dropped back. They ran 3 guys into the boundary. Nobody was open. He kind of stepped up and saw it, felt the pressure.
Stan, his sophomore year, an electric sophomore year for Ridgeview. Last year, Taj Wright transfers over, kind of steps in that position. Henzo was the guy they would go to kind of help him in tough spots. Now to have him back, what a weapon as a senior. And I bring that up because we saw him run the football a lot as a sophomore.
Yeah, he had a good week last week, too, and Tooker and Reeder in on the tackle there. Tooker again. And who's going to be the theme tonight?
That's the voice of Stan Green. Fortunate to have, I guess, our boss calling the game with us, Kevin. Hey, now
we're at the bottom.
Keep the mic off for sure this week, Kevin.
We're at the bottom of the barrel, guys.
2nd and 8. Henzo, nobody back there with him.
He's got a guy open on the side. He didn't see him.
Pops
he got another one.
And that should be, and it probably will be.
He got there early on it. I didn't catch the guy's number that got there.
Well, the guy that hit him is Jake O'Donnell. O'Donnell got there just a hair early. And,
he missed Marquis Castile on the other hash. He had him wide open. But that's still all right. That was still a good ball. Dragging all the way across the field, and the safety got there a little early.
Well, if you've been watching this since the kickoff, all of a sudden you're loving what you see, because obviously this ball is going to get aired out tonight.
Yeah, I think Ridgeview probably figures, hey, you know what? We're not going to be able to run the ball against you, so we're going to spread it out. Back to the DBs about Liberty, they have Jason Oliver coaching them. He's a really good coach. Trying to get out on the perimeter again.
Nice catch out there by Zion Hall.
Zion Hall. Dylan Tooker with the tackle.
Yeah, I told the guys if they ever heard me on the mic, they knew that we were at the bottom of the barrel, so that's where we are with me up here. We're looking for volunteers in the stands.
Are you kidding me? The bottom of the barrel? We're the ones that started this thing.
You know what?
With me not on the mic. That's important.
That is a bit of history there. Stan Green, Kevin Willie, and myself, and our buddy Kirk Boyer were at Frontier High School. Arroyo Grande was brought in by Frontier, and that's where we started this thing. And Stan pushed enter on the computer, and we were up. And look how far we've fallen. Stan is now our analyst.
Budget cuts.
3rd and 5. Henzo to his right, could run it if he wanted. Has a lot of space.
They just
fires.
Tackled Mariscal. So Mariscal is going off already on the right tackle here. They put 2 guys on him, and they tackled him in the backfield. Just going to be holding.
So 2 flags littering the big purple R in the middle of the football field. There was a reason Henzo had as much time as he had to zip that one over to Zion Hall. Holding, and it'll get moved back.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Mariscal is really making his presence felt already. He was in a couple plays early, and then I was watching him specifically on that play, and they double-teamed him, and they had to tackle him. It's pretty quick.
7:37 remaining in this first quarter. Pleasure to have everybody here. This is Kern High Network at Ridgeview High School. Purple and gold. Bringing in the all-white jerseys, pants, helmets, everything of Liberty High School. 3rd and 20 for Hen Zone Company. A hard count, and they were able to get the big fella to stick his helmet over the football.
Liberty got a timeout. Liberty had 12 guys on the field.
Coach Nixon able to get that timeout. Again, we want to mention, is before we get too far into the webcast, our great thanks for Motor City, Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, Bakersfield College. Stan, you can speak to this more than, I'm going to really take advantage of having you here tonight. You can speak to this more than anyone with regards to the partnerships that have been formed through the Kern High School District and Kern High Network and putting this together. A lot of great support.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Kern Schools has been a phenomenal community partner. And you know, it's not just us. They support the entire community. Steve Reenock and Michael George there, when we first launched this, they said, what do you need? And every year they've given us more and more help. And they've just been phenomenal. And then Motor City with John Petrie, he stepped on board. He's been a great partner. And then our most recent one is Bakersfield College.
Wow.
And it's just kind of a natural partnership with the community college and our kids and our schools. And we're really on an equipment timeout or something. We're really excited to have all these partners. It's just, we couldn't do it without them.
Coach Nixon called a timeout because he had 12 men on the field, and then they came out the timeout. They only had 10 on the field. Screenplay looks perfect.
Call.
Let's see if he can make something happen. Oh, he stopped at the 48-yard line, and that did not take long to get wrapped up, but a good-looking play. And
yeah, they dropped a lot of guys into coverage. You know, 3rd and 20, there's not a lot of play options. So, you know, it's pretty easy to think, you know, let's go to the screen. They ran a little screen there, got 11 of it back. See if this punter can drop one inside the 10 this time. Should. The last punt was 49 yards.
Fabian Guyen
got it off the side.
A little bit of a wobbler, and that goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Our other game tonight, as we mentioned, God's team, the Arvin Bears, taking on the Trojans at Highland. Play-by-play is being handled by Kenny Calvin. Our analyst is Rick Van Horn, and Julian Wilson handling camera production. Nick Ellis is here tonight, photographing this game for the Kern High Network, and Stephen Lynch writing for us. The Lynch Mob right below us. We'll talk more about Achieve Magazine here in a bit.
Yeah, and in another game, BHS is up 7-0 on Tehachapi. Not a shocker there. They had a good week last week, playing a really tough team.
Told my daughter, I said, take a sweater up there. You never know. She said, Dad, it's 100 degrees. I said, Ava.
Mountain football, Ava.
You never know.
Oh, they're going to go up top again.
This time, floated up there, and nice job out there, running right with the speedy Jason Oliver.
Yeah, Mackay Deans was running back there. He shut it down over the top. That was a good play. I think it was a fool me once, not fool me twice thing.
I'm sure Coach Cornford let him know that, exactly.
Yeah.
Second down.
It's turned into a beautiful evening. Man, this time it's a handoff to the right side, handled out there by Chris Muñiz.
Yeah, Spain Howard in on the tackle there, rode him down.
Brought down by number 4, Anthony Ramirez.
Well, I guess we got 2 guys in there, Ramirez and Spain Howard.
Southwest Yosemite League being represented by the Patriots tonight. South Yosemite League being represented by the Wolfpack. Week 2. These are one of these games. This talented game is like a Week 10 game.
Yeah, and this game's going to tell you a lot about what's going on. Ridgeview needs to get off the field here. They need to stop. 3rd and 9. It's a good spot for them. Going empty here for Liberty. Probably have a marker route. It's going to curl up over there. Oh, quarterback draw.
Can he get there? I don't know. Flag on the play. He breaks one tackle, gets close to the first down. He won't pick it up in real yardage, but there is a marker at the 33-yard line as man crossed the field. He started to go horizontally, and
it's an area holding, Vance.
Yeah.
You know, that's tough for the linemen. You know, they're locked up on a guy, the quarterback's running, and he moves one way, and then he goes the other way, and as a lineman, you're committed and then you have no choice but to hold. You're just trying to hang on for your life. So they stopped him short. They should get a punt out of it, and that's good. Spainhoward on that tackle too.
I listened to linemen discuss trying to block for Michael Vick when you were Michael Vick's quarterback.
Yeah.
And you said you had to completely learn how to block with a new a quarterback like him. You have a drop back quarterback, you kind of have it figured out, but when Mike takes off.
Yeah, if you have an immobile quarterback, it's pretty easy as a lineman. I remember when I was at BU, I was running one time, and my center yelled, "Stanley, wait for me." So I'm a little bit faster than you. Not much, but I'm not waiting.
Look out.
Oh, that hit him.
I don't know if they saw it. No, they went and threw the bag out for first down about the 32-yard line, but either way, it's enough for Coach Cornford.
That looked like it hit him.
When he sees the tape here to say, young man, please.
Yeah, there's no reason to go after that ball, so they don't need this to happen.
5:37 remains here in the first quarter. The Wolfpack able to get off the field, just like Stan mentioned.
Yeah, they got off the field. That was good. They didn't need a disaster right there. So good. They had a long play. Then they get the ball back. They don't go anywhere. They stop Liberty. They get the ball back here. So this is good for Ridgeview.
Gavin Smith, tight end, 6'1", 175-pounder. He goes way out to the left side with JoJo Montesinos.
I don't think Ridgeview's ever beat Liberty. That's a good ball.
Henzo, low and sharp, dropped by Zion Hall. And, boy, he had some real estate.
And that's a really good ball. He threw it downhill. The receiver can get that ball and catch a seam. He'd like to have that back. That receiver would. That's a good ball by Henzo, and that's good signs and good promise for the night.
Still a lot of time left in this first quarter. It's been a pass-friendly first quarter.
There he goes.
As I say that, look at this. Jerron Amos. By the way, he's a junior, 6'2", 185. They're very excited about Jerron.
Yeah, not for Ramon Henderson there. They'd be kicking a PAT, so it's a good tackle by Ramon. It's a good little run right there.
No huddle. They're up on the line. Henzo barks it out, wants to throw quickly. Does this time. And he wanted Zion Hall closer. He saw the DB breaking and just threw it into the grass. He said, that's going to go for 6 if I don't lay this down.
Yeah, I almost wonder if he's reading that, if the receiver and quarterback are trying to read the shade of the corner, whether he goes outside or comes inside, because that time he kind of backed out instead of coming in.
Henzo just threw it right into the ground.
I think he was expecting him to come inside like a jailbreak screen is what they used to call it.
2nd and 10. What great tempo, great fun, excitement here in this first quarter. Henzo, look out. Pushed out. About a 29-yard.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Knee down.
Ridgeview's going to have to be able to run the ball because they're dropping 8 guys into coverage. So when they start dropping 8, you're going to have to be able to run the ball a little bit.
Well, I'm sure that Coach Nixon's had that discussion with his guys. Like, look, Henzo is a veteran varsity quarterback, and he is really, really good. This time he runs to his left, has some space, lets it go. Oh, incomplete. And it looks like, again, he's having discussions with his receivers, so it looks to be some communication snafus they're dealing with right now.
Yeah, it looked like that was Reeder on the blitz. If I'm not mistaken, he came through there. The fullback picked him up. I think Henzo didn't think he had as much time as he really did.
Well, they're in the proverbial no man's land with regards to a field goal. The ball's on the 29-yard line. A little bit of a breeze. Henzo looks over at the sidelines. 4th and 5. Still a ton of time to go in the first quarter. Henzo needs to get the first down. Throws one out, and it's overthrown, and that is incomplete. So the Wolfpack going for a lot more than 5 on that one. Incomplete. It'll be 1st and 10, Liberty.
I like what they did there, though. They moved the ball. Sure. They had a couple shots. It looks like a couple misfires on, I thought you were going there. Maybe a little bit more air under that ball, and he's got 6 points. So, the receiver got behind him, so that's a good sign.
Nice crowd here, both sides. Ridgeview's got a packed house, of course. Liberty travels well, and they've got volleyball up north at the Clovis tournament, so there's a core group of student athletes and parents that are not here tonight, and still a nice showing. 1st and 10, Patriots trying again. Man stands in the shotgun at his own 24. They put the ball in the hands of Christian Muniz.
Yeah, Anthony Ramirez stepped up there, made the tackle.
Christian Munoz.
It's a pretty good game, though.
Patriots. Anthony Ramirez in on the stop for the Wolfpack.
He's just got such great coaching staffs on both sides of the
Yeah.
football.
Along with number 28, Donald Divers.
And when you have a coach
Second
for
down.
each position,
Yeah.
you're going to be pretty good.
Oh, dangerous pass, and it would have
Pass
been
is incomplete.
fantastic.
That was Ramirez
play.
again.
Ramirez would have made that one
Ramirez.
incomplete. And
You know, that's the old uncovered route. I know where Nixon got that from because we were coached by the same guys. You got a guy in the slot, and there's nobody lined up on him. You're going to take that snap and throw it to him immediately because it's a free 5 yards.
yeah,
But Ramirez really jumped it quick, too. And that's the difficulty when you're in shotgun instead of under center. If you're under center, he's not lined up. You get the ball quicker, you can get it out. And shotgun takes a little bit more time.
flags fly, whistles
Flag
blow.
on the play.
Huh.
We got substitution or a sideline warning.
Sideline warning.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of a famous thing early in the game.
Sideline warning.
Let them know back up.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, those guys they're not 17 years old, so they're running the sideline, and if somebody's in the box and they get run over, they can get really injured.
Hey, shouldn't that be Coach Manning's job? Shouldn't that be the assistant
The
coach's
get-back
job?
coach?
I mean, come on, Dennis. Come
Everybody
on,
has a
Dennis.
get-back coach. We'll have to get him a shirt that says that. That's
Hey,
some good
look at this.
penetration
Talk
right
about
there.
get back.
And guess who? Ramirez. That's going to be probably, illegal shift, or maybe somebody wasn't on the line of scrimmage
Yeah,
out there.
I don't
Sounds
see
like-
it. Don't see it being a defensive call. Let's see.
Let's see here. That Ramirez kid, he's having a game so far. Oh, face mask.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Against the Wolfpack.
Yeah, that's not good. I didn't see it, but I'm 100 yards away, so
Oh, boy.
it's a 5-yard variety.
But a big one.
Yeah.
Result of the penalty, first down, Patriots.
So Liberty is able to continue this drive. They're on their own 42-yard line. We've already seen it a couple of times. If this isn't set up on a tee for Hayden Mann to go long, I don't know what is. After they have a breath of new life on this drive.
Yeah, get outside. Yeah, you can't let the guy get
Able
outside.
to scoot 9 yards inside Ridgeview territory at about the 48-yard line. I don't know if he picked up. No, they say he went out at the 49 of his own, so stepped out a little bit earlier than I was able to see. 2nd and 4.
Yeah, defensively, you just can't do
Second down.
that. You can't let him break contain, especially the quarterback, because he's got so many options when he gets on the perimeter. The DBs can't stop covering.
2nd and 3. Even on a run play, the clock stops in the first quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him go up top here.
Yeah, sooner or later.
Yeah, 2nd and 3, it's a good down to do it. Nope.
Great job by that Ridgeview front.
Good
Stopped
job
him
up front.
right
Junior's
at
up the
the
middle for the
50-yard
Patriots.
line. It'll be 3rd and 2 for the Liberty Patriots. Score is 7-0.
Yeah, and who's the guy getting off the pile?
First man in for the Wolfpack,
Ramirez.
Ron Gill. Minimal gain on the play.
Yeah, number 4 for
Another big third
the
down.
Wolfpack has been mentioned about 80% of the plays so far.
Yeah, they had good penetration up front too. You know, that was a really good defensive move right there, and they need a big stop here. They got to get the ball back to their offense.
3 minutes exactly left in the first quarter. Ball is at the 50-yard line. Man, looks
He's
like he
leaning.
wants to run. Can he get past it? He does. Makes a move and actually picks up about 7 or 8 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 43-yard line. So Mann has been doing it with his legs. The back part of this first quarter did it all. The first play of the game for the Patriots. 85-yard touchdown pass. Stan Green on the mic with me tonight. I'm Vance Palm, Kevin Willie, our producer and cameraman. Week 2 of the 2019 football season here at the Kern High Network. 1st and 10 at the Ridgeview 43. Mann keeps it again himself, so calling number 9 quite a bit now.
Yeah, he really likes that play. It's almost like a read option, but
Donovan Parrish.
run RPO. There's no P in that. It's just run.
The gain of 5, second down.
Coach Nixon able to get pretty close to him after that play. He jogged over to the sidelines for a second. 2nd and 5. Again on the ground, this time to Prentice Boone.
Yeah, Donovan Parrish in on the tackle there.
Prentice Boone.
He's taking out some frustration because he was the guy that had his last shot at the quarterback on the last play. Just took a little bit of a bad angle and gave up some yards. Another 3rd down and 2. Eventually they got to come up with a stop here. Be interesting if they do come up with a stop to see what they do on 4th down. They're probably going to go with the quarterback, don't you think? Oh, he's got him, missed him.
Oh, goodness. That was all Prentice Boone. They had him in the backfield. He was done.
By number 4, Anthony Ramirez.
And
Spain-Howard.
Yeah, Spain-Howard had him.
2 guys had him. Spain-Howard had a shot, and then another guy had a shot.
Boy, those are bruisers right there.
Yeah. Maybe that would have been a good loss. It would have been about a 5-yard loss and would have been 4th down and kind of in no man's land.
It might have made up the decision for Coach Nixon. Maybe just boot this or go for a long field goal. A moot point now. Just over a minute to go here in this first quarter. Now, Boone, the lone back next to man. Strong left side. Wants to throw. Fires it across the middle. It's caught, and it's a touchdown.
Yeah.
And they set it up so well. Dylan Tooker, the way they set that touchdown up, pretty smart.
Did. Yeah, Brian set that up, that whole drive with handing it to the running back, faking it to the running back. It draws the linebackers up and opens up a gap right over the top of them on the post route. That linebacker bid on the run and went right over the top for what is about a 25-yard touchdown.
So, 13-0.
Well, we're going to see what Ridgeview's made of. You know, they don't look bad. That's what's interesting.
They tighten a few things up.
Yeah, make a couple plays. You know, they've just made a couple little misses here, and you know it's not as bad as it looks at 14-0 in the first quarter.
We're so close to the quarter break. We'll wait for a break.
50 seconds remaining.
You're watching the Current High Network. Vance Palm, Stan Green, Kevin Willie. Over at Highland High School, our other webcasts, Kenny Calvin, Rick Van Horn, Julian Wilson, our other great team covering the Arvin Foothill football game.
Yeah, we got Selma's up on Independence 7-0. Tough place to play. You know, Independence on the road up in Selma.
Racing capital of the world.
Yeah, Bakersfield High. There you go. BHS up 14-0 to Tehachapi. RFK is up 7-0 over Miramonte.
Stan, did you hear that score through the grapevine?
Oh, God.
Bump.
That's why I don't, Stan, I would think that with my boss up here, our boss, he would behave.
I feel so much better now. See, you're putting me at ease. I almost feel like I'm part of the A team now.
Under 50 seconds to go, first quarter. Liberty up 14-0, but Stan has mentioned Ridgeview's had some more than a few opportunities. Levin's little 9-iron to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I think they decided they didn't want to kick it because they had a few near misses.
Well, they certainly, don't want Zion Hall with a full head of steam like has been the last two kickoffs, whether it was Zion or whether it was Sean Allen. 40 seconds to go in this first quarter. Hope you enjoyed all of this. Nice football game here, especially if Ridgeview can get something going here and put something on the board.
Now, Highland's beating Shafter 7-0.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not too surprising. Shafter lost, I think, 19 kids last year.
Player of the year.
Yeah, exactly. North High's beating Golden Valley 14-0.
Had a call from a Golden Valley. Now I just call him a legend.
Oh, look at a little
the flea flicker.
He's up top.
Got his man. Did he overthrow him? Oh, he did. He had him. He was open, and that's Zion Hall. So Coach Cornford and his staff.
I like that play call.
Sure.
Loosens it up a little bit. That's a tough play as a quarterback, too, because when you call the play, there's a really good chance he's going to be wide open running down the field. So your heart starts pumping, your adrenaline starts going. It's tough. It's a lot of times you either overthrow it or underthrow it. It's just a hard play.
They stay on the ground here. Not much there at all. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 10. So a quick 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Mariscal said no, not today. Mariscal got upfield. He had to go back inside, and there was nowhere to go.
There's 15 seconds left here before the end of the quarter. It'll be close to see if they even get it off. Really close. 3,
there we go.
2, 1. They do right at the end of the quarter. Penzo flushed out of the pocket. Has a ton of room. Floats one out there. He could have picked up the first down. Had a lot of real estate. Did not. That's the end of the first quarter. It is 14-0 Liberty leading here at Ridgeview on the Kern High Network. Back right after this.
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you. So what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
It's summer sell down at Motor City GMC. The all-new GMC Sierra 4-door is under $30,000. We are professional grade and we're California's largest GMC dealer. Go to MotorCityGMC.com.
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Kern Schools is always a tap away. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Palm.
That last play right there, Brady Anderson put the pressure on Henzo.
Stan Green and Kevin Willie. Another big booming punt. Taken at the 30. Oh, look at that. What a great play out there by Jonathan Ventura. Woo!
Yeah, that was a great punt.
Flag's way back there at the 40.
That's usually in the area of holding. Maybe they were holding the bullet guy out there that was coming down. Got to really watch the mics here with the Wolfpack fan section. They've always had a great fan section
when
here.
We do home games at Stockdale, our ambient mic, we've got it on like 2.
Yeah, the black hole.
Oh, my goodness.
The black hole, that's what they call themselves. They're pretty good.
We have the Peak Awards that you guys put on, and it's a great category, the best student section. It's a great category because they show you their goods during the Peak Awards. They start cheering in the actual auditorium. It's really cool. The officials having quite a lengthy discussion on this punt. Ridgeview has backed up to the line of scrimmage again. I don't know if they'd want another shot at it. That's great coverage there.
I know. It almost looks like they're thinking they're going to go on defense, or what are they doing here? 2 fouls.
Oh, offsetting. They will have to punt it again.
A holding and a personal.
Or
this will be interesting to see what they do. They go 10 and then 15, I think. So they get the holding first. And then they come back the other way with the 15.
Oh, boy.
That's Common Core math right there, Vance. Instead of just saying 5 that way, it's 10 one way and 15 the other.
Forget about the state passing record. It's that high school diploma that he got from Redwood High School that is starting to display itself right now.
There you go.
Kevin's jealous.
I was in game. I tried to keep my stats in game. I carried a pen in my pocket.
All right, they've got it sussed out.
I was lucky I had a receiver there that was really good. Daryl Hardwick.
That helps.
Yeah, it always helps when you have a guy that can run. He came down here as my roommate the year we won the national championship.
88?
88.
You broke Sweeney's record, the great Bulldog.
Yep.
Nice.
Kevin Sweeney.
Okay, Liberty, hungry, wants more. Man stands at his own 35. A quick little snap to Ramon Henderson as he came through, just timed perfectly.
Yeah, Esteban Morales got up the field and got enough on him to take him down.
What a dangerous place, Dan.
Yeah, he gets the corner, it's trouble.
No, I'm saying that could bounce off his hip as he's coming through there.
Oh.
And, that could go a lot of ways. 2nd and 10.
Well, it's a good way to get the perimeter, though, because he's in full speed.
Nice job by that Ridgeview defense in there, tight, number 30. Nice big play in there.
And guess who? Spain Howard.
Yeah, he's a presence on every play.
Yep.
Look at this, 3rd and 7.
With the carry for the Patriots.
So they go back to the well again, fake the handoff, throw the slant right over the linebacker.
From what I've seen, Hayden Mann's going to run it for 8 yards.
That's true. They just can't let him get outside. They can make him stay inside the pocket, maybe get some pressure on him. He hasn't really thrown any bad balls.
Nathan Krause. Haven't talked about Krause yet, a senior.
Oh, he's got his running back on a wheel route.
Lets it fly. This one's up there for a long, long time. And, man, should have been picked off. Thought it was going to be picked off out there. Almost picked off by Donald Divers.
I'll tell you what, the running back had that ball, and at the last second, I think he heard a freight train coming.
I think the same thing of the DB. He had it as well. They both kind of backed away. So you got it, you got it, you got it. Yeah. So it could have been picked, but they used to call that in volleyball the husband-wife ball, right? I got it, you got it, you got it, I got it. Why didn't you get it? Why didn't you get it? Well, 4th and 7.
They get off the field. That's good.
Very good. And
good start to the quarter for Ridgeview.
Now you got the dangerous Zion Hall and Sean Allen back there. Not a good punt at all. Bounces backwards. Look at this. A pitching wedge that rolls backwards to about the 47-yard line.
Yep. Brady Anderson picks it up, says stop, enough.
Here you go, Stan. If you're the Wolfpack and you're Coach Cornford, you're looking at your staff, you're talking to your guys saying, right now, fellas, right now.
Yeah, I go back to that slip screen they ran earlier. They ran that slip screen. The guy almost caught the seam. They need to stay away from Mariscal. They can't get anywhere when they go towards him.
Ton of time left in this second quarter, and they need to get in the end zone.
Yeah, no reason to panic. Got to get points. They don't need to go after it all at once either. They're okay. It's 14-0. They're okay. They need points, though.
Henzo has Sean Allen in the backfield with him on his right hip. They go to Allen. Allen patiently looks for a hole. It's just not there. It's just not there.
Brady in on the tackle again. Anderson, number 10. It's kind of interesting. You got 5 linemen. You got the running back, the quarterback. They got 5 guys in the box. They're going to have to do something where maybe they fake that handoff, get Henzo on the outside in that situation.
Across the middle, and he intended it to be for Kalijah Lucas.
Kalijah Lucas, the intended receiver.
And they were tangled up at the 50-yard line, and that hard bullet was not going to get caught with a bunch of hands around it.
Yeah, no, that was well defended. Henzo's got a strong arm. I'm impressed.
Stan, I remember him 2 years ago when they were having a field day with teams. Henzo was absolutely lighting it up.
3rd and 10, empty. Get through there.
He's got to get to the 42-yard line.
He
took a big hit and a holding call. Man, a big hit at the 45-yard line.
Was that Jason Oliver's son? Was that number 23?
It sure was.
Jason Oliver's son.
Oliver,
USC grad.
And, of course, Anderson again.
Yeah.
With the tackle for the Patriots. Be a holding penalty against the Wolfpack.
That hurts. That ended up in 4th and 3. They probably would have punted, I don't know, though.
Yep.
You never know.
Yep.
That's a tough call.
Heard a great discussion today, national sports show about USC football and UCLA football, talking about how great Chip Kelly once was and the coaching lifespan of Clay Helton and all these things. Pac-12, a ton of great storylines this year.
Yeah, they're running the screen again.
Henzo just decides to get out of there at the 40-yard line. And
they had the screen set up and looked like Henzo got too much pressure before he could dump it to the running back. The interesting thing about USC and UCLA, I think back to Brian Nixon and Ryan Renz, who coaches at Liberty. I said it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes.
Yeah, the Pac-12 is going to be very, very interesting. Everybody's really big on Utah this year. So we'll see.
Carl Jones from BHS had a few nice plays last night.
My daughter told me it was on national television. 4th and 18.
They need another good punt here, Vance.
Fabian
Guyin. Get it blocked.
Oh, wow. He was rushed.
Yeah, that was close.
And
that was Jake O'Connell. Jake O'Connell from Liberty was inches from blocking that. That would have been disaster for Ridgeview.
That was tight. So now Liberty comes back out.
Jake O'Connell, that's one of our board members' sons, I believe, Joey O'Connell. He's got a sister that was a great soccer player, played at Baylor.
Our host school this evening, Ridgeview High School. Steve Holmes, the principal, AP instructor. Drew Parker, Jennifer Anderson, Adam Setzer, Dean of Students, Shane Kerner, Athletics Director, Jose Valadez, Activities Director, and Corey Raub, the Dean of Student Services. We always have a great, great time here. Thank you, Ridgeview.
The 2018 cross-country state champion, Ridgeview, right?
Absolutely.
Tangled up in the backfield right there, met by Donovan Parrish. So that's a good play. Good play right there, good start. I think Brian's going to keep going to that to keep him honest. You got to stop it. You got to stop it. And then when you do stop it, I'm going to throw the slant behind you.
Because they can stop it. They can stop the run. Ridgeview is able to do that.
Yeah, they got some pretty big kids up front.
Sure do. I'm going to take a look at that defensive front here pretty soon and give you some names because a couple of them have made legends of himself over the last couple years. We call their names a bunch. 2nd and 11, man. Keeps it himself, in between everything. Nifty move, brought down at about the 45-yard line.
Anthony Ramirez, number 4, runs up, makes the tackle.
I'll tell you what, man's able to elude. He's just got enough in him to get away from those hits. Looked like he's a little banged up now.
Yeah, that was an impressive run.
Coach Nixon over there to have a quick chat with him.
Well, Nixon makes it so hard. You know, you got a running back that can run. You got a quarterback that can run. Oh, and by the way, he can throw. That's a lot to defend.
His most famous pupil, Cody Kessler, playing for the Eagles.
He got waived this afternoon.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You know what? I had a little inside track, but I didn't know yet. Doggone it.
Yeah, I read it this afternoon.
Okay. 3rd and 5.
Yeah. Little marker route.
Look at this, and connected out there to Henderson. Yeah, I was having some discussions last night.
Number 22 not on the roster, but that's who made the tackle.
About our 22. We moved
Sean
him up
Allen?
there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. We changed him from number 1.
Yeah, he didn't like being the top number.
Yeah, it's a lot to live up to. I think he put trips into the boundary here.
Man, step straight back. Caught out there. Great tackle. But Oliver makes the catch but pays a price, gets decleated and put into the grass. Flag on the play. And I'll tell you what, you can see man is banged up.
Yeah.
That one play where he ran over here and got caught from behind.
Oh, yeah, he's limping a little bit.
Oh, sure. Still is. And it's
that's the penalty you pay when your quarterback runs. And that's the scary thing. That was Mekhi Daniels on the tackle out here. Yeah, I was bummed out to see that Cody got waived. He's such a nice kid. But, it's like I told my wife, I go, hey, who played at USC and played in the NFL? I mean, and he might get picked up by somebody else. You never know.
If not, I prognosticate that he could join the USC coaching staff one day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's got a lot. That's the great thing about where he went. He's got a lot of opportunities.
7:41. The ball is moving downfield.
So that must have been a neutral zone infraction or something, 5-yard penalty.
So here's Ridgeview making some great defensive plays, but the ball still keeps moving against him, and you can see man just
Ridgeview has to stop them here because Liberty gets the ball to start the second half. I know that's a long ways off still, but you can't give Liberty that many opportunities.
It's 7:20 exactly away from the end of the first half. They keep it on the ground right now. And that time it's going to be Prentice Boone. Prentice Boone, a junior. If you're Coach Nixon, everything's fine right now. Exactly where you want to be.
Yeah, I heard of tacklers there.
Mariscal's going to come in. And it's 3rd and 1. What are the odds number 25 has the handoff?
I would say pretty good.
Or he blocks.
He had a brother that was a running back here, right? Or is he cousin to him? I think his brother. I think he might be the lead blocker here, Vance.
He's on the right hip, and they were going to give it to him, but flags fly.
Penalty marker down.
Well, based on the way he was playing D-end, I feel sorry for who has to tackle him.
Well, it was when I saw 3rd and 1 and 25 coming in, why not? But
False start against the Patriots.
Now he goes back out.
You see the officials working a 7-man crew tonight. They try to get rated early in the year because that's what they use at the state games. So the state playoff games, they have 7-man crews, and don't necessarily need them in high school games, but they do at the state championship games, they feel like. So the only way for these guys to get a state game is to have worked in a position in a 7-man crew, so they get rated.
That's great. White hat, one of the best.
Yeah.
3rd and 6, man drops back, screenplay, and it's a beauty. And Prentice still on his feet, not wrapped up, knocking his own guys over. How about that? Prentice Boone gets to the 24-yard line, and his teammate Damian Harless took a hit at the end.
Yeah, Anthony Ramirez and Michaela Deans in on the tackle there. You got to wrap him up. You know, they'd had him, he still would have had the first down, but would have been 10 yards shorter there.
6:06 remaining here in the first half. You're watching Kern High Network, live exclusive coverage of high school athletics here in the Kern High School District. We are at Ridgeview High School, way out in the west, as they host the Liberty Patriots. Patriots up 14-0. Man wants more, and he's got it. Wide open. Touchdown. Not a player within, not exaggerating, 30, 40 feet of him.
Yeah, just a blown coverage.
Henderson grabs another one.
Yeah, now Ridgeview's in a point where they have to score. They have to get 7 points when they get the ball back. Got a score update for you. BHS 21-6 over Tehachapi. Looks like Golden Valley's getting beat by North High 28-0. Arroyo Grande is over Centennial 21-7 at the half, and Centennial was up 7-0 to start that game.
PAT with 5:47 to go here in the first half. The hold, Levin's boot. It is up. It is good. We'll step away for a moment. 21-0 right now. Liberty up on Ridgeview in the Kern High Network.
This is where we're going to train the kids to actually get jobs in the industry. We're going to give them the basic tools that they need, also the skills that they need to understand where they fit into the industry.
All the animated things, because we have everything that we need in the scenes.
They are learning the principles of animation, Photoshop. They're learning how to animate in 2D and 3D. And when you swap to that shape, then you're just going to drag these over here.
The storyboard aspect of creating basically the skeleton of the story, and then just sort of directing people in my vision of what I want in the story. And it's also giving me the advantage of Mr. Pollard, since he's worked at so
21-0 right now. Liberty up. Kern High Network, Vance Palm, Stan Green, Kevin Willie. Ridgeview hosting the Wolfpack, and the Wolfpack letting them know that they are here at their stadium. Up 3 touchdowns. This time a sand wedge.
I think Nixon was trying to catch him sleeping there.
He may have been, but that's out of bounds, and Ridgeview will take it.
I'll tell you what, there's no let up at Liberty High School. They're just good every year. Nothing looks to be changing this year. Big program. They're one of the biggest football programs in our district. Great coaches, huge staff.
They will be at Clovis West at Buchanan, then host Clovis the next 3 weeks before they get into league play. So no rest for the dominant.
Yeah, that's the best part about Brian, though. He's not afraid to play anybody. He'll whenever, wherever.
Ridgeview hosting Frontier next week. Then they're at BHS September 13th. 1st and 10. Stan, you said it. They have got to get in the end zone. Have to. Henzo out here, a little flare, and it's caught by Allen. Allen doing what he does best, making people miss and run hard. Look at that. That's a great play.
Going to get a face mask at the end.
15-yard catch and run, maybe some extra.
Hey, that kid's quick.
Oh, he's great, very elusive.
Yeah, he made Hunter Thorpe and Brady miss Ballard out here, but somebody that quick, it's tough to tackle in the open field.
Stan, a week from tomorrow night,
Face mask penalty against the Patriots.
Bakersfield College hosting Mount Sac to start things off. You were there at Media Day. We had a chance to kind of talk a little bit more on that in a few minutes. Definitely want to cover that. 1st and 10. Oh, just what the doctor ordered for the Wolfpack. Henzo, strong right side, has 3 of them over there. Gets some good blocks, throws one up the end zone, and just overthrows them. Boy, Henzo's got the strength. There's no question about it. Flag way out on the far side by the 20-yard line. Maybe pass interference. They may have hung up Ethan Rodriguez as he was trying to get to the corner.
Yeah, it looked like that might have been his first look. It's interesting, too, because he's got some guys open, but they're not wide open. So he's really got to put that ball on the money. That defensive backfield's pretty good.
That's exactly what the call was. Grabbed the receiver on the way to the end zone, and that was Ramon Henderson. I say that only because he's the one having the longest conversation with the official.
Well, he just got that touchdown. He's got to rest a little.
He's got a little cachet with the officials, right?
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Henzo has Allen on his right hip. They give it to Allen. He looked like Marcus Allen there for a minute, kind of backtracking, but Liberty said, nope, no dice, lost a few yards.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go, and he tried to bounce it and come outside, and Thorpe said, no, you're not coming out here. And then, sure enough, guess who came down from the other side? Mariscal.
2nd down.
Franco Murata, Aaron Hill, 6'2", 305, number 77, right on top of that football. 305, it's a big, big fella. And he had him, he just ripped it right through his hands. He threw it so doggone hard it went through the hands of Tommy Strickland.
Intended for number 10, Tommy Strickland.
Man, he had some smoke on that ball, maybe too much.
A little bit high. Still catchable. It's a big 3rd down right here, Vance.
Huge. Hard count.
Jump.
And oh goodness, no call. No, I think even the defensive lineman thought he had jumped.
Yeah, Mariscal looked up, thought he was going to get a flag.
Henzo
bringing some pressure
to the corner.
Oh, he's open.
Touchdown.
That is a good ball.
Well, Oliver was over there, and also on the coverage was Brady Torgiani. I thought Oliver was going to pick it off right out of the air. Instead, what a touchdown. And Stan, that was a much-needed 6. Woo.
Yeah, it didn't look like a touchdown when it left his hands, and then you could see it just kind of opening up. He got behind the guy. Henzo put the ball over the top of the corner that was out there. That was a good ball. Good ball, good time for a touchdown. They needed it.
Well, young Oliver is having to go over and talk to Dad Oliver, and that might not be the funnest conversation right now.
No, it's not.
Guyen got it through, so Fabian knocks it through.
Those are the tough conversations. I've seen J.O. have those at BHS. We coached together for a year, and he'll let you know. He'll let you know.
So they get on the scoreboard, and boy, that was needed for a lot of reasons. Nothing like getting that home crowd back in. Let's talk about BC. They host Mount Sac on the first game of the 2019 season up on the hill next Saturday night. Boy, you have one of the most indelible moments in the history of Memorial Stadium as the quarterback and the engineer of what they call the drive. Very well chronicled. That turf looks amazing. You have these drones flying over it, taking a look at Memorial Stadium with that beautiful bright red sticking out. Mount Sac of all teams coming in to start the season. Your thoughts on the Renegades home opener?
That's a tough opener, first of all. But what a great night to have a tough opener. The first night you're on the field in a meaningful environment. That field is gorgeous. If you haven't been up there to see it, I know you have, but I'm talking to the people that are listening. You need to get up there and see it. That field is amazing. It's going to be pretty cool to see that. And I think BC has a pretty good team from everything I hear. So Mount Sac has a good team too. It should be a good game.
Ramon Henderson and Dylan Coversuck to receive for the Patriots.
4:53, a new jolt of energy over here on the home side after a commanding, decisive drive. It's about a 4-iron, drops at the 16-yard line, but a perfect bounce right into the hands of Henderson. Henderson's still up, and he gets finally corralled and brought down at the 47-yard line, but there were some flags before that back at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what that is. I mean, it kind of in the area of holding, but it was right about the time he made contact. Got one on each side of the field. Spain Howard was the first guy to hit him. And that's, 11's Ramon Henderson, right?
Yep.
He's had a busy night. Defense, offense, special teams.
Ramon's 6'3", so let's say 6'4" in cleats. That's got to be fun for man to have that kind of a target that's tough. Someone that tall and that tough.
Yeah.
There's some tall guys out there, but maybe not as tough. And there's some tough guys out there that maybe aren't that tall. But when you get a tall guy that's tough, man, that's fun.
It's a good combination to
sure
have.
Is.
Yeah, Ridgeview does need to give him a short field, so it looks like they're going to.
Okay, all right.
And a holding penalty against the Patriots. Those penalties are going to offset.
I'm at the airport in Phoenix about 3-4 months ago, traveling back and forth. He and I bump into each other. We're sitting there watching the NBA. We're looking at each other like, hey, how you doing? Hey, we hung out for an hour and a half. Then we get on the plane like we don't know each other. Okay, take it easy, man. Flying to Bakersfield. And we talk about, being officials and how much he just loves being down on the grass. He said, Vance, just to be around these kids. Yeah, we make calls, but we also talk to them. We work with them. We're, especially early in the season, we're trying to make sure they're doing things the right way for them, for the better of the student athlete, and not just to say, no, you can't do that. Here's what you should do. Here's how you should do it. So I had a great chat with him.
So, Vance, I can't see that far. Who is the white hat tonight?
Jim Stevens.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the officials, they don't do it for the money, trust me. And same for the coaches, none of these guys out there involved in this game get paid what they should be paid. They do it because they love the game, they love to give back, they love to be around the kids.
Of course.
That's what's so cool about, being able to be in that environment. You get to talk to the kids and be a part of it. We just had a long-time official pass away, Rich Kellenberger. That guy was a great, great person. I know you know him, and
yep.
He just passed away after a fairly long battle, but
I read his obituary and all of the connections in Bakersfield. He will be very, very missed.
Yep.
All right. We'll do it again. Taking it at the 32-yard line. And excellent field position. Anderson gets to about the 10-yard line, 41-yard line.
It's taken down by Zendejas. I think the guy in front of Brady wanted him to fair catch it, maybe. I don't think that's in Brady's DNA to fair catch it, though.
Coach Manning, Coach Cornford, quick little get-together over there about the 42-yard line, talk some things out. What a great relationship they have to be able to do that successfully. Say, all right, you've got the reins. I'll be around a little bit if you need me.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an interesting transition. It's it's always weird when that happens. But those are two fun guys and just good people. The Cornford's good family, good people.
Got a timeout on the field.
We had a 6 o'clock kickoff there at the BC game, right?
6 o'clock kickoff, 5:45 pregame with Kenny Calvin-Bergstein and myself. How about next week? Interesting games.
And other information about tonight's game.
Yeah, next week we're working on that schedule in our office. Actually,
look at some of these matchups and
Yeah, next week you got Paramount at BHS, and so I think we're probably going to end up live streaming that game.
Wow,
you show there, Paramount,
yeah, right.
Yeah. And then Golden Valley at Centennial, but not the Bakersfield Golden Valley. So it'll be interesting to see someone from out of the section. Frontiers at Ridgeview, North at Shafter, Golden Valley at South, and then Atascadero's at Stockdale next week.
4:40 left in the half. Liberty up 21-7. Big contact at the line of scrimmage. And Munoz.
Yeah, Donovan Parrish filled that hole quick.
Wow.
Well, that's what they're going to have to do. They can't allow Liberty to get in those manageable distances. They're 2nd and 6 now, and that's pretty manageable. Really need to get them in, 2nd and 8. 3rd and 7 or 8.
Tommy Strickland, Esteban Morales, boy, some big tough dudes there. That purple and gold. And Hayden Mann.
That's a good little play right there by Parrish again, number 30. I'm sorry, Spainhoward, number 30.
That's a big play, Stan.
That
big
is.
Play.
He busted through and blew it up. Ridgew's committing to stop the run right now. They've got 5 guys in the box, and they got a half a guy not really covering the trips formation. But that's what they have to do. They have to stop the run.
3rd and 4. If this stop can be made, all of a sudden Ridgeview's got a little bit of activity left with 3.5 left here in the first half.
Yeah, got trips to the top.
He might go up top. Screenplay, almost picked off. Oh, goodness, Strickland almost got it, and that would have been gone. Nobody was going to catch him. Nobody was going to stop him, and now all of a sudden you see Coach Nixon absolutely letting somebody have it on that offensive line. They did not execute as he would have hoped, because I think he saw a successful play that does not unfold. They got a punt.
Yeah, that's big. That's a big stop that they had to have.
Goes down the junior varsity coaching staff down there huddled up, listening to Coach Nixon lament to them.
Yeah.
He's talking to his JV staff saying, that's not what I wanted, fellas. Here comes a punt.
Ooh,
it's a long one.
Some of that might have been directed at the quarterback. As a quarterback, when you're the head coach, there's certain things that are easy. And I'm not saying that was easy, because I know that's a tough throw, but you want perfect. You want perfection. And so your standard's really high, and I know Brian's is high.
Well, Stan, with 3:12 left to go in this first half, Coach Cornford and his Wolfpack now, they've got an opportunity to tighten this thing up. They trail 21-7. Kevin Willie's our producer and on camera and doing everything technically tonight. He gave his burgeoning comedic career another shot, and much to my dismay, he was supported by Stan with his comic effort, and now we're just going to have to keep a tight rein on that, K-Dub.
I'm looking forward to the next joke. The Heard It Through the Grapevine was solid. Flea Flicker
again. This time throws it up. It's a wobbly one, and there'll be no flags.
Yeah, Ramirez had good coverage there. He wasn't fooled on that. And, that's almost a one-time play, right?
Yeah.
You run it once. It's already a tough sell for the receiver to go down and act like it's a running play and then get behind you. And I think that the corners on that said, I saw this before, pal. I saw the matinee.
2nd and 10. Henzo back again. Wants to go to the left side. Across the middle. Throws it and incomplete. Oliver all over it. Martinez.
Oliver had him blanketed, and I can't help but remember when I coached with J.O., we'd always watch film on Sunday in the BHS stadium, and my daughters would eat cheeseburgers, and I remember J.O. were watching film from the offensive perspective. He said, "Where's the fish?" Well, bad news, his son isn't the fish, so I think they need to stop going at him.
Well,
right on cue.
They try to go at him again, and this time young Oliver says, "Hey, Stan, I hear you talking about me, my dad, and we appreciate it, and I'm going to back it up with an interception." So he went over to the sidelines last series and had a little bit of a lecture from Pops. This time did exactly what he was supposed to do, 2 plays in a row. That one comes up with interception, and boy, with 2:53 left in the half, Ridgeview gave up that ball quickly.
Yeah, that's Well, how funny is that? You know, having that conversation. And J.O., that's what he looks for, you know, and that kid's not the fish out there. And I don't know if there is one on Liberty's defensive backfield. But, you know, was that second or third down? You know,
that was third.
So you got a 35-yard punt with no return. Not the end of the world. Not the greatest thing, but not the end of the world.
Must have a stop on D here. Man, drops back, stands at the 25, fires underneath the coverage, and it's caught by Prentice Boone. Good 5-yard carry. Good 5-yard play. Safe, effective.
And Donald Divers on the tackle. Looks like there's a little check down to that running back, a little V route out of the backfield. He's probably checking to see if Parrish is coming. If Parrish comes, he blocks. If Parrish doesn't, he runs that little V route.
How about the senior Damian Harless in the slot? Haven't called his number yet. Hey, look at this. Oh,
there you go.
I just called it, and he dropped it. Didn't mean to vex him, but he lined up over there, and I saw him have a quick word with man before the play started. Said could be going to him, but took off without it.
Yeah, and what you'll see as the year goes on, too, you know, both of us knew that kid's looking, going, hey, nobody's covering me, throw me the ball. He'll get a little more coy about that as the year goes on and just kind of stand there and just eye contact, and it'll be a much better play for him.
Can you ever just go, psst?
I used to. And I know Nixon, you know, if you throw enough like Brian does and you practice it enough, you know what your receiver's going to do.
It becomes second nature.
It does.
Boone, strong run. First down up to the 48-yard line. And a reminder, Kern County, Prentice Boone, the junior.
Yeah, that was a good little run. He's a crafty little kid through there.
Yep.
Parrish and Rivers on the tackle, or Parrish and Ramirez on the tackle. Just Ridgeview wants that clock to run right now. Liberty wants to get 7 more and then get the second half kickoff.
2 minutes exactly left here in this first half.
Well, they got the slot covered this time. I'm not going to let them do it again.
Rolls to his left, stops, throws, and knew that was going to be trouble, so he skipped it off the grass.
You know, I like what Brian did there. So he's got that little running back, Boone, and he slips him out, and then he walls him off so the quarterback can break contain and get outside. And he didn't end up breaking contain all the way and running, but he could have. And just saw the guy was covered and threw it away. Lived to fight another day.
And we've also seen Coach Nixon set things up certain directions.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, it's so tough, too, with that running back. You know, are you going to hand it to him? Are you going to fake it to him? Is the quarterback going to run? Trips into the boundary.
Yeah, you've got Krause, Tooker, O'Connell. What a lineup over here right below us. And having said all that, they stay with Boone on the ground. And Boone grabs about 4 yards. Should bring at 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6.
Yep. Esteban Morales on the tackle. Another big third down. I feel like we say this every 2 minutes.
Well, for Ridgeview, it's huge.
Yeah.
Liberty, if they don't get it, they can grind out enough time to maybe take a penalty and then boot it finally. We'll see.
I keep waiting for him to put trips in the boundary and then drag everybody across the field, but he's doing it again. Trips into the boundary.
Oliver, far left. He looks this way, but wants to go left the entire time to Oliver. Floats it up, throws it up, and it's dropped. Kind of threw it a little high, and it was a little behind him, but Oliver made the turn, could have had it. I'm sure he'd say, do it again, and I'll grab it. Throw it again, and I'll grab it.
That is such a tough throw. You know, you're throwing from the right hash, so you got 34 yards to the other sideline, and then you're trying to throw the ball 40 yards down the field. I'd have to go back to my algebra class to figure out how far that is, but that's a long throw.
That's a little beyond Redwood High School. That's Boston U, baby.
I've done a lot of math like that in a while, man. But, you know, that's a lot. You got to throw that ball earlier if you're going to do it.
They're going to punt.
Yeah, that's a smart play, right?
So you've got Allen and Hall waiting back there. Munoz. It's another wobbler.
Wow.
And it's down at about the 26-yard line. So 61 seconds for Ridgeview. I don't know if Coach Cornford's going to say, let's get out of here. Or will he take a shot or a couple shots?
I bet you he runs that screen again or something safe. Get the clock to run, see if you can get a big chunk.
Hey, and it's the second week. Why not run some plays?
Yeah.
Why not run some plays and a timeout taken, or is it just a sideline gathering? Okay. Just getting together before they go out.
sideline huddle. We'll probably break it right out to the line of scrimmage. Liberty's going to say you can have 5 yards at a pop. Probably 3-man rush again.
Halftime, Kevin Willey will bring you the marching Ridgeview Wolfpack and color guard. Boy, this sounded nice pregame.
Yeah, they're going to empty.
Henzo, nobody back there. Quick little fire out to the right side. Can he get free? And it is Sean Allen, but they swarm him and get him and wrap him up at about the 17-yard line. And the clock continues to tick. And I don't see any coaching staff over there calling timeout.
Nah, they're probably both content to just go in. You know, Liberty's happy to go in. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. And Ridgeview's, okay. You know, 2nd and 10, run the clock.
Henzo this time fires out here, and it's caught by Hall. Hall, can he get out of bounds? Does he get out of bounds?
Pass is complete out to Zion Hall.
He does. So they move the chains.
Out of bounds around the 37-yard line.
37-yard line. Oh, no, they just
stopped
the clock for the first down. I didn't know if he'd gotten out of bounds or not. Hall, can he get out of bounds now? No, he's just going to stay in there. This time he at least gives his quarterback one last shot with 6 seconds to go.
Yeah, you never know. Hail Mary, right?
Sure, of course.
Never know. Might get a lucky break, might get a penalty.
They do call a timeout with 6 seconds.
I bet you Henzo can reach the end zone from there. 65 yards. Be a stretch, but
I'll
maybe.
guarantee he wants to try, that's for sure.
No, it's a freebie if you get it.
You know he wants to try it. My partner tonight, the voice you've been listening to, is the Director of School Support Services for the Kern High School District.
Fans, don't forget to stick around for
our leader in this great effort that has been put forward 4 years ago that's blossomed into just an unbelievable stamp of excellence, synonymous with not just athletics, but with arts and entertainment. Kevin hosts and does all of the work and everything for a big marching band competition. He'll do it again this November at Stockdale High School. You know, you've got Double V and Miguel and Javier going to all these schools and doing these great pieces and these just wonderful things. They're also covering the Scholastics. We have the Achieve magazine. There's a lot of things we'll talk about in the second half, Stan, with regards to what's going on in the Kern High School District. Right now, 6 seconds. Henzo has Allen back there with him, but Liberty has 3 DBs about 35 yards back.
Well, bringing pressure off the corner. He's not going to get a throw off.
And you're right, Stan, he does not. That is the end of the first half. Liberty up 21-7, but a really nice football game. And we expect some more excitement in the second half. We will take a break from the microphones, and Kevin's going to bring you the marching Ridgeview Wolfpack.
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you. So what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
It's summer sell down at Motor City GMC. The all-new GMC Sierra 4-door is under $30,000. We are professional grade and we're California's largest GMC dealer. Go to MotorCityGMC.com.
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Kern Schools is always a tap away. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Welcome, football fans, to another exciting season of Ridgeview Wolfpack football. Please direct your attention to the field where the Wolfpack Vanguard is prepared for an entertaining halftime performance. Tonight, the Vanguard is going to stand and play the opener from their 2019 field show entitled Mumbai Utara by Gary P. Gilroy. The Vanguard will follow that with the most classic pep band tunes of all time, Louie Louie and then Hey Baby. This year, the Vanguard is under the field command of drum majors by Ray Lewis and Griselda Mazzano. Drum major is the Vanguard ready to dazzle and delight. Vanguard.
This is where we're going to train the kids to actually get jobs in the industry. We're going to give them the basic tools that they need, also the skills that they need to understand where they fit into the industry.
All the animated things, because we have everything that we need in the scenes.
They are learning the principles of animation, Photoshop. They're learning how to animate in 2D and 3D. And when you swap to that shape, then you're just going to drag these over here.
The storyboard aspect of creating basically the skeleton of the story and then just sort of directing people in my vision of what I want in the story. And it's also giving me the advantage of Mr. Plord, since he's worked at so many companies, being able to put it in my resume and be like, this is the art direction I've received.
One thing about Current Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile. And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Current Schools is always there. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
It's summer sell down at Motor City GMC. The all-new GMC Sierra 4-door is under $30,000. We are professional grade and we're California's largest GMC dealer. Go to MotorCityGMC.com.
Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
Hey fans, don't forget to join us at UNA for the game tonight. For the Ridgeview Wolfpack after party. Special pizza deals to all Wolfpack supporters. It's UNA's over on the corner of Panama Lane and Stein Road. We also encourage you to download our digital program this evening. You'll see QR codes posted up around the stadium. The digital program was put together by the Ridgeview High School IT Academy. And the program possesses Ridgeview tidbits about our football team. Fabian Guillen set the kickoff for the Wolfpack.
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Palm, Stan Green, Kevin Willie. We are back to start the third quarter. Great discussion up here with Stan and myself and a couple of, shall we say, dignitaries that we will keep nameless. Great discussions. And football game is about to start again, third quarter. Stan talked about it on the way out of the first half, 21-7, but Liberty gets the football back. And this time Ridgeview unloads one back at the goal line.
Oh, just missed
What
him.
a move. And then a head-on shot. So Dylan Tooker, one big move, got him another 8 to 12 yards, so that was nice.
Jerron Amos had a shot at him at about the 12-yard line. That would have been a train wreck.
Okay, Coach Green, your Ridgeview. What'd you tell your guys in there?
We got to convert. We're there. We're right there. If I'm Ridgeview, I mean, I don't know that their middle drives looked as good. Their first couple drives, they just missed a couple little things. I think they got to continue to shut down the run on the defensive side. They need to come out here and get a 3 and out, get the ball back, and go get points.
What'd you tell the Liberty Patriots if you're that coach in there?
Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep running the ball. Keep playing good defense. We got them right where we want them. Let's go out. Let's get 7 points and put this thing away.
Movement here, and that was pretty easy to see. And Ramon Henderson. My longtime partner, Brian Adams, would call games with me, and you know this too. Brian would call games, and whenever that happened, he just, that or a wide receiver lining up past the ball. Brian, I could almost tell the audience what Brian was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally he would just say, Vance, just tell him why I'm mad. Why would a receiver move before the ball snap way down here? And Ramon is such a talented kid that he probably has to just go, you got to be kidding me. What am I doing?
There's another Brian on the field right now that's not happy about that too.
Right. And then he has to line up against his sidelines.
Oh, he's going to be really happy now.
Well, this time it looked like Tyler Hughes.
Yeah, see, that's, you talked about what do you say as a coach. That's not what you want coming out if you're Liberty.
Come out sharp, stay sharp.
Yeah. Stay sharp, stay focused. We want to be in 2nd and 5. We're in 1st and 20. We haven't even snapped the ball. But, they're able to get big chunks back. Got a little double tight set here. Expect a run.
Just underway, third quarter. That's exactly what they do. Booth.
Yeah, missed tackle over there. They chased him out of bounds. Missed tackle. You know, they'd had him for a 5-yard gain. Instead, he gets about 8.
Prentice Boone has been the running back with the lion's share of the work tonight. He and Hayden Mann, the quarterback.
He's a junior, huh?
Yep. 5'8", 173. Henderson now breaks out right below us on the right side.
Center?
He's right behind
He's
center.
under center now.
Hayden Mann.
Are they going to do that motion in the sweep, quick sweep? There you go.
Alvidrez, lead blocker out there for Boone. Nice job by the Wolfpack.
Boone trying to catch a seam. It's brought down by Karanbar Singh Gill, number 52.
And Alvidrez, Ryan Alvidrez, that's a name we've called a lot at Liberty, and it's the first time we mentioned him tonight. He's a 6', 200-pound senior, wears 34, and he was that lead blocker. Here's 3rd and 4. Big play for the Ridgeview defense here. No attempt to draw him off sides. Boone cuts back up, and look at this. Big first down, but yellow in the backfield, a flag. And the quarterback, Hayden Mann, wants to talk to the white hat.
Yeah, it looked like somebody tackled number 55, whose name we don't have here on the roster, or at least I don't see it. For Ridge, you look like he out in the backfield, he got tackled. Well, that was a good break for Ridgeview because that was a first down run. So they still got another shot to get off the field here. Now it's going to be, about 3rd and 14. So they went from a first down to a holding call to back it up, and Ridgeview's got them right where they want them, and Brian's not where he wants to be. You know, Brian wanted to come out here and get a couple first downs and get points, and, you know, that didn't happen. So Liberty's up now on 3rd and 16. Going to reset it. Nixon's going trips into the boundary. I keep waiting for him to drag them across the field, maybe a long post over the middle, give that guy some room to run.
3rd and 4, man drops straight back. Oh, has a man wide open, and it is, of course, Henderson. A big gain. Cuts back up. Then he goes back against the sidelines. Goes down at about the 44-yard line. So,
yeah, that's just unforgivable. You know, they get trips in the boundary, and then they clear with the guy on the top, and they drag Henderson all the way across, and he's just got days to run because there's nobody out there. Had him right where they wanted him, let him off the hook. But that's what good football teams do, you know, and Liberty's a good football team.
Great program. Student section here not giving up. Our table's literally shaking up here on top of the press box. Booth thought about going left, cuts back up in the middle, finds a little space. Almost stripped the ball out, but he got 4 yards. Boy, is he a tough young man. Man.
Yeah, is that Spain Howard again on the tackle?
Yep.
Spain Howard with the tackle once again.
But he's feeling it, Stan. He is feeling it.
Gain of 5 seconds.
Well, you know, when your linebackers are making all your tackles, that's not a good sign. You got cornerbacks and linebackers making all the tackles. That's not a good sign.
That big offensive line for the Patriots. Huge offensive line.
Yeah, they are big. Just can't get over how many kids they have.
Harless in motion, right in front of man.
Tackled by number 55 again.
It's going to be 3rd and 3, Stan. Ball's at midfield, just inside the
sets up a 3rd down.
Wolfpack 50-yard line, so about the 48-yard line. 9.5 to go here in this 3rd quarter. You're watching the Kern High Network. For Stan Green, I'm Vance Palm. Kevin Willey, our producer and cameraman, handling the show tonight, as he always does. Score is 21-7. Liberty's, I wouldn't say they've been in commanding control. They've been in control, but not in commanding control. Wolfpack have had their opportunities, I should say. 3 down here below us.
It's like man-to-man coverage out here. So Ridgew's got 6 guys in the box, going to stop the run. It's pass.
And he goes left. Goes to Oliver. Oliver makes a really nice move, gets shoved out of bounds at about the 36-yard line.
Slipped Mackay Deans, ran a little hitch route. You know, I think with Brian and you know, when we played at BC for Carl Bowser, if they're going to give you the 5-yard hitch, take it. And that's pretty much what Ridgeview did right there at the top. Jason Oliver's kids going both ways.
Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, you know that. Yeah, I know. I guess there shouldn't have been because he's a pretty good little player.
Montecitos, JoJo Montecitos, down here in the bottom of your screen in that right. Do they go to him? No, they don't. They go to Hard.
Oh, there's on the ground.
Hard. Look at this. What a hit.
Was it a complete pass?
What
Yeah,
a pop.
complete pass.
Huge hit.
Marquise Castile on the recovery, right?
With the big
Sean
hit.
Allen on the hit.
Look at that.
That was a great hit. You talk about separating the ball from the receiver, you know. It took it just a little bit too long to get him the ball. I don't know if you can. You can't really fix that because you're in shotgun, so you're trying to get the ball out to him quick in the slot. That was just a great play by Ridgeview. The guy saw that he was throwing the ball quick screen, and he blew it up.
And not a second too soon.
That's the break Ridgeview needed right there. Yeah, you see Spainhauer down here on the knee. He's a little gassed right now.
Trying to get some air.
What he needs is about a 4-minute drive and a touchdown. He does not need a 3-and-out. He needs a rest.
Linebackers need some gas. They flick it out to Allen.
That's a backwards pass. Oh, double pass. There
Look at
go.
this. Oh, and the official does throw it back here.
Oh, wow.
So double pass, and one of the officials on the sideline, what he saw was
the side judge is talking to the white hat here. He dropped the flag. So is he calling holding, or is he saying it was because that was definitely not a forward pass. It was a backwards pass.
Certainly.
So I don't know what he might be calling holding because there was at least one receiver out there trying to protect the swing back that would throw that pass.
Well, it would be
a short up here.
It would be an offsetting situation. But it looks like Ridgeview's marching backwards.
Is that illegal shift? So we got pass. Did he call pass interference on?
Illegal forward pass against the Wolfpack.
They called it an illegal forward pass.
That's not the right call.
Wow.
That was a backwards pass. They missed that.
We could see the backward pass. Demonstrably could see that was a backwards pass.
Yeah, that's too bad. But, yeah, that's really too bad because that would have been first down on the pass interference.
Absolutely. Oh, boy.
Reload. Little RPO, Henzo.
And Justin able to pick up just a couple of yards. Boy, that's a tough one to take.
Yeah, that's hard to
cause
rebound.
A turnover, get the football, you open up the playbook, and
now you're in 3rd and 10.
Yeah,
you're going to 3-man rush again.
3rd and 13.
They've run screen a few times in this situation. Not this time.
Henzo finds himself in trouble. He's going to try to get rid of it. He cannot.
Yeah,
he goes down, and that's a disappointing stalled drive.
Yeah, Garrett Trees on the tackle, the host of Liberty Patriots. Yeah, that's just, when you got a 3-man rush, you cannot allow pressure on the quarterback.
3rd down.
Yeah, that's bad break right there for Ridgeview.
It should be 4th down.
4th down.
Yeah, it is. It's 4th down, so it's 4th and long, about 4th and 18. And the win, not that big of a factor. Picking up a little bit, picking up just a hair.
If Ridgeview got going a little quicker, there was 13 guys on the field for Liberty. So now Liberty's got it all set.
They say 4th and 16 exactly. Another nice punt.
Good punt.
Taken at the 36-yard line. He's trying
he's going to get a wall. He's got the wall. That's a great block by number 11 from Liberty.
Look at this. JoJo Montecinos might go all the way.
Flag on the field, Vance.
There's 3 flags back at midfield. Not just one, but 3 of them. So
they're probably going to call the defenseless player on that block. It was kind of in that area where that kid was, and you got to give him a chance to turn around. That's my guess. So that'll come back, and that'll be, what do we have? 40 yards and penalties on Liberty in the first 5 minutes.
But the one penalty that they called on Ridgeview has been the most impactful one just a moment ago. So 7:07 remains here in the 3rd quarter, 21-7. It's one of these games where you you don't want to go too far and say that, it's starting to look bleak for Ridgeview because they can strike at any moment if they find the right play at the right time in the right situation. But Liberty holding all the cards right now, up 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, up 2 touchdowns, and you have the football. It's tough to score when you don't have the ball.
Kevin, I know exactly what you're thinking right now. I can tell you what you're thinking. Are those ribs, or is that a cheeseburger, or what is that? Because that's what I'm thinking.
It smells pretty good, doesn't it?
Oh, sure does.
Who's barbecuing at 9:15? That's what I want to know.
I like them. Whoever they are, I like them. Whoever's barbecuing over here by Ridgeview at 9:15, you're my kind of guy or gal. Just run some up here to the press box, will you? Okay, penalty has been called. 1st and 10 from their own 30.
First down, Patriots.
Munoz in the backfield. Jordan Mann up right behind center. They give it to Munoz. And he gets to about the 35, so 5 impressive yards.
Guess who?
Well, yeah, he's back on the field, so I'm going to say that it's him.
Yep, Spain Howard again.
He's on D, so he's him.
5-yard gain, Spain Howard. It's interesting that they ran most of the first half in shotgun, and now he's under center with double tight. And I guess for Brian, they got 6 guys in the box, so they got 6 guys, you got 7 guys to block. Why wouldn't you run the ball? Especially with linemen that big.
Munoz again, this time gets about a yard shy of the first down.
He's going to keep doing that until they get 7 guys in the box to stop this.
Brings up 3rd down.
Clock continues to tick. Last week we were at Centennial High School. Centennial hosted North, and Coach Starrett in his debut also opened up the playbook. I mean, he was letting it fly, and he was pretty much calling everything they had in the book, and it was enjoyable. 3rd and 1, and the big guy just kind of punches one forward.
Yeah, they're going to have to change something on defense for Ridgeview because Brian sees it. I see it. Double tights, 7 blockers. You got 5 guys in the box on that play.
Under 6 to go here in the 3rd. Next dead ball, next timeout. I'm going to talk about the Achieve magazine. I have a copy of every single one in my home since the inception.
Okay.
Man, Munoz, what a nice
him.
move, and good open field tackle out there, but boy, the flag on the play, by the way, but the poise and the patience and the timing of Christian Munoz.
Divers came flying up from the secondary and missed him. Would have been a nice play, just barely missed him in the backfield.
It's going backwards, so the Patriots kind of stubbing their own toe here in this 3rd quarter. Been called for a lot of yardage already.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting 6-7 yards a run, so there's no reason to panic.
We'll be awarding the Current High Network Player of the Game. Last week, our first recipient, Max Ritchie.
And Ritchie's in a tough spot, so what do? You put one guy on Oliver?
They stay on the ground with Munoz anyway.
Or one guy on Ramon Henderson?
You're right. No, you're right.
I mean, you got to have somebody over the top. You got to have help. So you're committed to 4 guys right there. So that leaves you left with 7 to stop the run.
Brings us 2nd down.
I think that's what Ridgew's doing too. They're saying, hey, you know what? You're not going to beat us deep.
You're right. Right. Actually lost a yard on that. 2nd and 11. 4.5 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Week 2, high school football here in Kern County. We're at Ridgeview. Prentice Boone back in the backfield behind man, and they go to Boone. This time they wrap him up, nothing doing there. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yep. Spain Howard and number 55 in on the tackle. I remember last year Liberty had a number 5 that was a pretty big kid, and he could carry that ball 20, 30 times a game.
Sam Stewart.
This guy, I don't know if, he's really good and he's quick, but can he take that pounding that many times?
Stan, I think the bigger question is, can anyone in Kern County take the pounding that Sam Stewart did for 3 years? I mean,
Right.
As a sophomore, he was running dudes over.
Right.
And
this is a big play right here. 3rd and 10, Ridgeview. They're back in the shotgun, so they got doubles here.
they break out with 2 receivers on each side. Boone back there. Could be a screen play. We'll see. No.
Marker route in the middle. Oh, he went
They
outside.
let it
Oh, here we
fly,
go.
And it is picked off. So
Yeah.
long.
It's a punt. Is what it is.
Basically a punt.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to have a coach that's in 3rd and long. He'd go, hey, look, there's nothing wrong with throwing it deep. They pick it off and we tackle them. It's as good as a punt, and there's no return usually.
The only thing that they would be chagrined about is that Ramirez fell over. He had a lot of real estate.
Right.
Had he kept his feet,
Right.
he could have had at least 20, 25 yards on the interception, but his momentum brought him back and landed on his backside, or he could have been up here maybe by the 45-yard line. But with 3.5 to go here in the third, at least it thwarts a drive accompanied with some mistakes that Liberty's made. So
Yeah.
no score yet here in the third.
And if you're Brian, you're starting to get a little tense right now.
Agitated, too.
Yeah, I mean, you're leaving them in the game, you know. And Ridgeview's explosive.
Henzo, fake long, just runs and gets out of bounds about the 23-yard line. This is going to be
Nice little
difficult.
pickup.
Right, difficult to throw deep.
Yeah, 3-4 yard pickup.
Right.
It's better than their other plays on first down, right?
It's fun having a QB as your partner up here. See it from that perspective. It's great to hear your thoughts on this, Dan.
Oh.
Kenny Calvin, got him. He's a DB. All he wants to do is tear guys' heads off, and it's always about that thing. You've got Van Horn, who's going to give you his perspective. Coach Cornford is a lineman, but man, you got a quarterback up here talking with you.
Allen up the middle for the Wolfpack.
And it's fun to hear. Helmet off of
Just short of a first down.
Dylan Holmes made a nice tackle right there in the hole.
Jabari Rufus. Rufus loses his helmet.
Oh.
Now he lost his mouthpiece.
He's a wreck. He's falling apart.
Well, he wanted to yell something, and he did, but his mouthpiece fell out. So got to put
Is
himself.
it 3rd and short or first down? They're
It
moving the
should be.
chains or announcing 3rd and short.
First down, Wolfpack.
There we go. That's good. That's positive stuff for Ridgeview.
Henzo
We got the perimeter.
Rolls, throws, and that
hurts.
again. Oh, and he got hammered. He got ripped out there.
Same guy.
By Dylan Holmes.
Yep.
For Zion Hall.
Yeah, I think he tried to, he's trying to throw that corner route or deep out route, whatever you want to call it, flat corner. And he got lit up as he let go of that ball, and that hurts.
Second down.
But he doesn't have time to complain. He's got to come back and make a play here. They got to get positive things going. It's like
You have to slow him down with his cadence a little bit. Just try to keep Liberty.
Yeah, I can't let those guys get a running start.
Right, just kind of slow it down for a second. They only rushed 3 this time. Henzo flushed out of the pocket with just the 3. Has guys open.
That's a good catch.
Is. Really nice job by Sean Allen. Smart play by Henzo for keeping it alive.
Yeah, that was nice.
A huge first down.
That's a big one.
Gain of 11 on the
Look,
play.
they get the 3-man rush, so you got one guy on each side that's really responsible for containing it. Just got to get those linemen to keep pushing him past him and let him step up, which he did. He did a good job right there.
Hey, how about this? Jerron Amos in the backfield. We've seen his speed, and I think that's going to be a flag way out back. I only see 22 players.
Yeah, I wonder what that is. Sideline warning, maybe? Yep. It's the obligatory sideline warning.
Coach Nixon not having it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's frustrating. Brian's trying to call the game and pay attention. And as a coach, your eyes are in between the lines. As an official, they're trying to protect themselves from being injured outside the lines. He needs another get-back coach. He's got enough of them over there. An army of coaches.
5-yard penalty. First down.
See, right here, Henzo, again,
Quarterback
3-man
draw.
rush. He's going to keep it the whole time. It was always going to be that.
Yep.
And he picks up another first down inside Liberty territory. So to your point, Stan, Coach Nixon now is just kind of smarting. He's like, doggone it. These little mistakes we make here and there. All of a sudden, the Wolfpack.
Yeah. Hey, they continue this and do some good positive things and get points here. We're going to see what Liberty's made of. Oh, he's got a guy open. Missed him.
Dropping everybody back.
He found him, though.
And what a great catch and 26-yard line. So Henzo's sticking with it. And actually Henzo talking to the officials saying, look, I let go of the ball, and the guy drilled me 2 seconds after I let go of it. Not going to get that call, but he gets a big first down.
Yeah, tackled out there by Tooker and Montecito. That's a huge play. He missed the one guy, and then he didn't give up, and he got the other guy on the corner right there. That was a good play.
1st and 10 at the Liberty 28. Now it's going to be Henzo keeping it, trying to grind out a yard or two, if nothing else, just to.
No, that play's dead. It's not a fumble. I'll tell you, they're trying to keep him honest by having Henzo run the ball, but there's not a huge advantage there because he's not a threat really. But they're at least making him be honest that, hey, we're not going to give the ball to the running back on this play every time. You got to cover. You got to account for the quarterback anyways.
John Amos is back there with him. And then Anthony Ramirez, the do-everything senior, he's in motion as we speak. Comes over to the left side. They load up on the left side, the wide side. Fires over here.
Ooh.
Look out. Oh, what a great move out there by Hall.
Shifty
and Hall
little
steps
guy.
out of bounds. Boy, is that a big move. He went from being smashed to moving the chain, Stan.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. O'Connell had about a 15-yard running start at him and missed him. But that kid's shifty.
Oh, Zion's special young man. 5'7", 140 pounds, but super quick.
Hey, they got to move the chains over here. We got chains are tangled up on a coach or something. See, and Ridgeview doesn't need this. They don't need to stop here.
No, they sure don't.
They got to keep that momentum going. And I don't know what they're doing over here with the chains. They are the down marker guy hasn't even moved to where the ball is on the 17-yard line.
Well, they're having to wait, and to your point, you see Coach Cornford a little.
Yeah, because you're hot right now. You're on a roll. You don't want to stop.
Well, now there's a big-time problem. The officials is going to have to stop it, and Coach Cornford got his hands on his hip thinking, look, man, we're rolling here. We're rolling. So either something mechanically has happened wrong with the chains that they have to stop it. So I'll tell you what, it gives us a great – maybe they just knew it was time to talk about this award-winning Achieve magazine. Stan, in the art of full disclosure, I'll share with our listening community, our relationship and how we started this. You allowed me to be a part of the start of it. And then you always were telling me, VP, we're going to do a magazine. It's going to be unbelievable. And you start to bring in this talented group, this team that you've assembled and put together. And this Achieve magazine, let's just start with the feel of it. The feel of it is great. I love it. Tell me about the feel of it.
Well, we wanted it to be first class. We didn't want it to be something that someone would throw away after a week. We wanted it to be something that a mom or a dad or a high school kid could keep for a keepsake. For 20 years from now, they'd bring it out at their class reunion and say, hey, remember this? Look, I was in this magazine. And so we made sure that the quality of the product was there. And you had to, the right pounds of paper and make sure it was, firm and it would hold up under wear and tear. But we're really proud of that. And we're lucky we're lucky to be supported by the administration of the district where, we went to them with an idea and they said, sure, let's give it a shot. And then, from there we brought on Roger Fessler to sell ads and hired in Javier Valdez, who was the editor at BC newspaper for a while, the Rip, and then he went out to Cal State for the Runner. He was editor out there and interviewed him and brought him in for a tryout. He and I were just joking about that last week, that I actually made him come in and show us that he could build in this program what we wanted. And then this last year we were fortunate enough to bring in Victoria Valencia and Miguel. And, Victoria's I'm so proud of her I can't even explain. It's, it's kind of like the proud that a father would have for their kid. I hired her as my secretary 5 years ago.
I remember.
And I hired her because she had a background in PR and marketing, and I knew someday she'd be able to help me. I just didn't know how. And she's really blossomed in this job, and I'm just so proud of her. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. He's going to get a flag right there.
He got hit. A late hit.
Yeah.
And they've been doing it. They've been all over him. Mariscal's been all over him tonight, and this is a huge play. So, Stan, you think about it. They had all of this confusion with the chains. They have to stop momentum. They call a timeout. The refs have to call a second timeout to come out and do a measurement. They end up giving them a first down.
Yep.
Then it's 2nd and 10. Now it's roughing the passer. And all of a sudden, it's 1st and goal from the 9-yard line, and I'm going to return to the Achieve magazine in a few minutes.
It's a great play.
There's just so many things to talk about with that magazine and what's going on. But you're right, Coach Cornford, big play call.
Yeah.
Should have been a touchdown.
Yeah, he faked the handoff. He got them to bite, had their eyes in the backfield, and then number 10 for Ridgeview broke open down the seam. Just a little bit more air under it.
Henzo, ball, bad snap, but Bumbo, get on the ground, and he does. So just like that, on a 1st and goal from the 9, it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 15. And I think maybe just got a little too excited, huh? He liked the play call.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if you're Oliver, you're thinking back to the touchdown in the first half of what they run. They ran a corner route. You know, if you're Ridgeview, you're going to try to go back to the well, or so they got number 10 up here on the right in the slot. Are they going to run a fake? Nope.
That's Strickland.
And quarterback draw.
Henzo's looking for some space, and, boy, those big linebackers for Liberty not letting anything happen up there. That's a big hit right there by Dylan Holmes.
Yeah, and Brady Anderson was in there again. This is a big play right here. Well, you lost the yards on 1st down, and 2nd down quarterback draw, you get a yard. Because you got to come away with points, and you really want to come away with 7 here.
3rd and goal from the 14-yard line. You got Strickland coming over to the sidelines. He looks like he might be a little banged up. And now you've got Sean Allen back there. They need to get the play called. Now you've got Ramirez in motion. I could figure that was going to come in just a second. Coach Cornford calls this timeout. So back to the
smart. It's a big play.
Back to the Chief magazine. You know, the Peak Awards stand out as one of the preeminent events in the springtime. I see Greg Kerr, see Mike George, yourself, some of these great presenters. Here's your trio that you're talking about, Double V, Miguel, and Javier.
Yeah, Miguel's done a great job for us too, you know.
Sure has.
Yeah, we're really proud of it. We're just so lucky to be supported the way we are. And, you know, we came up with the Peak Awards my first year on the job, pitched it to Joe Thompson. And I had to pitch it to him a couple times, and then finally he got tired of listening to me. He said, all right, we can do it. And I felt like I won the lottery, you know, because I really worked Joe over for a while. And then we ran it, and he looked at me the next day. He said, I can't believe what just happened. He said, that was amazing. We got to do this every year. And then, you know, I've been fortunate since then to have Mike Zolfa as a boss, and he supported it. And now I have Brenda Lewis as a boss. And, you know, the biggest problem with Brenda is she never tells me no.
Yeah, right. Not yet.
But you know what? She is awesome to work for. You know, she's really good to me. She says, Stan, you got to tell people no sometimes. You can't tell everybody yes that you want to try to help them. You want to try to do whatever. You're working too hard.
In trouble. Henzo cannot get rid of it and goes down at the 15-yard line, and Sean Allen may or may not have been open, but he just had 0 time. He never knew. He would have never known it. So now it looks like it will be a field goal to cut it to 11.
That's almost a loss. You got to get points, but it's almost a loss. You know, you're on the 8-yard line, 1st down.
Fabian Guillen for a 32-yarder, and who called timeout?
Burn another timeout.
At the end of the 3rd quarter.
Oh, the 3rd quarter.
You and I are wrapped up in some heavy discussion. Hey, thanks, producer. Thanks, director. I see how you work, Willie. Hey, we'll be back right after this. 21-7. Interesting 4th quarter ahead here on the Current Eye Network.
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
It's summer sell down at Motor City GMC. The all-new GMC Sierra 4-door is under $30,000. We are professional grade and we're California's largest GMC dealer. Go to MotorCityGMC.com.
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Kern Schools is always a tap away. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Welcome back, everyone.
Be interesting to see the kick here, right?
An important field goal attempt. It's up, and it's a beauty.
That's a great kick. You know, for years, Ridgeview didn't have kickers.
Yeah.
I remember Manning wouldn't kick. Sometimes he wouldn't punt.
Yeah. You're so right. I remember calling games where there wouldn't be a punt.
Yeah.
Well, that field goal was perfect. 21-10. So Coach Cornford and his crew put 3 up there. I think if you're a Ridgeview fan watching this, you agree with Stan that not exactly what they were hoping for, but boy, they got to take what they can get right now, and they did get into a 1st and goal from the 9 situation, so they are still around.
Yeah, now you're right back where you were basically to start the half. You got to get them off the field, and you got to get the ball back, and you got to go get a touchdown. I mean, this is really just like the start of the second half. Liberty's in the same boat. Brian's probably pretty angry right now.
They haven't scored yet. Second half.
Yeah, he's got to be pretty disappointed in the third quarter, and I'm sure he's let them know. Looks like his quarterback's got a little bit of a limp over there. And
that was early.
Yeah.
He got that one in the first quarter. So Fabian will kick off at the 40. Bigfoot. And that's it. So it'll be 1st and 10.
Ball goes into the end zone for a touchback.
We are in the 4th quarter. I'm Vance Palm, joined by the Director of School Support Services, our boss in this gig. Love him. Stan Green, Kevin Willie.
The original K-Dub, right?
Kevin,
what you call him?
K-Dub. Well, Kyle Wiley started calling him K-Dub, and then, of course, he's a K-Dub. Had to make sure Wiley understood that he's not 1.
No.
That's 1. He's 2.
Now, Willie plays in a band, though, right? Don't you play in a band on the weekends?
Great musician.
I've been a couple weekends to a couple places with my wife and really had a good time. Have to set you up at halftime out here one day, Willie.
All right. Prentice Boone on the first carry for this drive gets about 3.
I always crack up when the guy tackling the running back is also being tackled by a lineman, right? Because you know he slipped. Oh, yeah, see, we were just talking about how durable he is. That's a grind for a little guy.
Ooh.
I don't know how many carries he's had tonight, but he's carried the ball a fair amount. And what is he, 5, what'd you say, 5'8"?
173.
Yeah, well, I was 6'1" in a lot of programs, so.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right, so I don't know if we can believe that. A little marker route to Ramon Henderson. And brought down by Castile, Marquise Castile.
Very close, very close. And they get the first down.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times, I don't get that as a DB, you know it's 2nd and 5. It's going to be a marker out.
Right.
3rd and 5 is usually a marker out. They just run to the marker and turn around, and, you know, you see them start breaking down. You got to close on that. Of course, you know, the flip side to it is he fakes it and runs right by you, but.
And coaching staff for Wolfpack having some late discussions with their linebackers. 1st and 10. Man stands at his own 25 in the shotgun. Oh, he thought it was RPO, but man, I thought for sure he wanted to give that ball to Munoz.
Yeah, he did. Well, new running back in there, right? So, you know, maybe that's not the guy you practiced with all week and your mesh is off just a little bit.
Munoz is telling me, give it to me then.
Yeah.
He runs off the field this time. He goes, if I'm the guy you want to give it to, put it in my hands.
And if I had to guess, I would say Munoz wasn't where Booth thought he would be, you know, because his eyes are looking at the defender,
right,
trying to read it. He's putting the ball on the shelf. Another running back trips into the boundary again. Here comes the drag, right?
2nd and 9, under 10 minutes to go here.
Oh,
ball's on the ground!
Oh, look at that, recovered by Donald Divers. That is the break that they needed right there.
Jason Shores, first carry of the night for Shores. So we've seen Boone go down, and then injured, and then him, Munoz and Mann don't have a great exchange or even an exchange. And then
and
put the ball in the hands of a new guy.
Yep. And that game 2, and I know we're not hitting as much in practice at state law. So you're in game 2. That was just a great hit on the ball. Coughed that ball up, and Divers dove on it, and Ridgeview's in business.
9:48 remains in the fourth quarter, 21-10. What will Coach Cornford come out and do? Now all of a sudden, he's got Jerron Amos back there. They fake to Amos. They come out here shortly to Hall.
Chased out of bounds by Brady Torjani again. Yeah, I'll tell you what, this will get real interesting with some points here. It's a 2-score game right now. Ridgeview's got all the momentum right now. Brian's not happy.
Henzo barking over at the sidelines, wants the call. It just comes in. This time they do give it to Amos. Amos gets up to about the 29-yard line. The helmet popped off of Maximus Hidalgo. Let's see how many Kern High Network faithful we have from last year. Do you remember Maximus Hidalgo? He scooped up the ball at about the 24-yard line last year, and off he went to the end zone. But we didn't have his name or jersey or number. So we're trying to make the call, and we had a fumble! Oh! Look at that.
Yeah,
Wow.
So that goes back to you're in shotgun all night. Now you get up under center on 3rd one. You try to take the snap and run the quarterback sneak. It's so hard to transition as a quarterback from shotgun to under the center.
And Brady Anderson is,
Yeah, is that who got on it?
Yeah.
Number 10, Brady Anderson.
Savvy,
He's having
smart,
a little game
tough
right
kid.
now. That might be the play of the game so far if Liberty can hang on here.
Kevin Willie has 33% of the decision for the Kern High Network Player of the Game. I have 33. Stan has 34.
I think it should be 40-40, and I get 20.
Sorry, my man.
Maybe I'll just take 5.
Sorry, my man. Yeah, he's already trying to shirk responsibility. No way. You're that 1%. Okay, Boone back in there.
Look at the push
exactly,
by the line.
Exactly.
There's not a lineman within 5 yards of where that ball was snapped.
Good to see Boone back in there.
And you're going to see a heavy dose of that. You'll probably just see Brian Nixon start doing this with his hand, waffling back and forth. Run the same play the other way. Run it the other way.
Ethan Compton, number 78, 6 foot 224. Tyler Hughes, 6'2", 257.
Got trips. 5 guys in the box. You're going to see it again, a heavy dose of it.
And the wear and tear that this offensive line is beginning to administer is starting to pay dividends. Adrian Luqueen, 5'11", 220.
Yeah, number 55 again. I don't have his name. And then Donovan Parrish in on the tackle.
Sorry, Maximus. Your story got gobbled up by a fumble.
Yeah. It looks like Ridgeview might be putting some more guys in the box. They've really got to stop the run, and they're going to have to take a risk now. They're going to have to put more guys in there, stop the run. If you get burnt, you get burnt.
It's 21-10 right now. Patriots up 11 with 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. It's 1st and 10. Again, they go to Boone. Boone looking for some space, and wow, if you can create 7 yards out of nothing, that's just demoralizing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's he's a shifty little guy. I thought he was going to bounce it out here, and then he was patient. He cut back inside and found the seam.
Blake Westbrook, offensive lineman, 6 foot 250. Second and 4, 7.5 to go in the fourth quarter. It's all about this Ridgeview defense trying to stop this drive right now.
Yeah, how many receivers does Liberty have? Because Oliver and Henderson aren't in. They've got some more guys in here.
Boone
Yeah,
cuts back up for another first down. That'll be 1st and 10 from the Ridgeview 47-yard line. And each
down again.
Each first down that they compile, the crowd just becomes a little bit more and more subdued.
Yeah.
But Boone is
I don't know if he's hurt or cramping.
And I'll tell you what, Stan, it's this time it's the left leg. And
he looks like he's hurt this time.
We'll take a short break here. 7:16 remains here in the fourth quarter. You're watching all of this on the Kern High Network.
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you. So what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
That was quick. Good. Prentice Boone just cramping up a little bit. He's okay. 1st and 10, Liberty. And this time, Munoz does connect well with Hayden Mann. That relationship on the handoff was perfect. And that's a big 7-yard gain, but another player down right now.
And that tackle was by Divers. It looks like Ridgeview has decided that, hey, we're gonna try to stop the run. They got 7 guys in the box there. They're covering single coverage on the outside, but boy, I'll tell you what, that's frustrating too. You know, you got 7 guys in the box trying to stop the run, and they get 7 yards on first down. This Spain Howard here, he's dying. He's tired. It's had a long night.
Well, it appears that the weather is going to start to take a nice turn next week, and I saw where next Friday night's game is looking to be in the
Number 75, Nick Madden.
78 degrees right around 9 o'clock, so that's nice. Want to kudos to you last week, my man, pushing that game back, pushing that Centennial start back. Well, all the games back, but yeah. By the third quarter, we had a nice little breeze going. It was nice. It was perfect.
It's just not worth it when it's hot, you know, to risk our kids' safety.
2nd and 3. Again, Munoz picks up the first down, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the Ridgeview 35. Once they get the sticks moved, the clock will continue to tick off.
Yeah, clock's the enemy now. 6-7 yards a pop. So next week, right now on the schedule is Paramount at BHS.
Nice.
And then the other game that we have plans to live stream is Golden Valley at South.
Love it. 6 minutes to go here in the fourth.
Oh, just
Munoz
missed.
again. Patient, gets to the outside, picks up about 6-7 yards. Flag over here on the near hash.
Spain Howard just missed him in the backfield. In the area of holding. It's not going to make Nixon happy if it is. But what should make him happy is running the ball and getting 6 to 7 yards a pop.
Exactly 6 minutes left. 21-10. Very fortunate to be joined by Stan Green tonight. Man, what a pleasure. What a pleasure to have you up here, Stan. Good times.
Thanks, Vance. I appreciate it.
Put the ball at the 45-yard line.
All right, ball's on the near hash right below us at the 45. 1st and 20. Mariscal, he wants his, doesn't he? He wants a little bit of it, and he gets about 8 yards on that carry. He's low to the ground. He is strong. He's a senior, 6 foot 210. I don't believe that weight, unless it's just all muscle.
Right. Singiel on the tackle. You know, Brian, look, they totally changed how they're doing it, right? So now they got 2 running backs, and Brian said, here we go. We're going to run the ball. Stop us. I think he's going to be happy to get out of here. So they really haven't done anything in the second half. 2 running backs again. And Ridgeview's committed 7 guys in the box to stop the run. And
nice job.
Look at that. Is that Spain Howard again? Good Lord. He's getting through every time. He got through there again. Hit him in the legs, broke him up. I think someone else took the guy down, but, that kid just he's having a little night right there.
A timeout on the field. Stan and give you a chance to talk about that big core group at Liberty High School that makes things happen.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's just a great school, and you got Libby Wyatt as the principal, and she's been there for quite a few years. Probably, I bet you this has got to be her 12th, 13th year maybe, or right around there, and she's done a great job. Josh Williams, assistant principal. He's a basketball player.
Arvin Blood, I coached him.
Oh, did you? Yeah, and you got Ron Priest. He's, BC, went to BC as well, and Stephanie Mills, and Tim Davis is the AD, and Brooke Slayton, and they're all leaders in our district of how we do things, and we're very fortunate to have them.
5:03 left here in the fourth. Seen Coach Nixon decide to kind of just grind this thing out again. Thank you, Motor City, Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, Bakersfield College.
So here's the deal. Does Brian continue to run it? No. See, now he's got trips again. So he's probably going to throw the ball. He's seen this corner pressed every time for at least the last quarter.
It's 3rd and 12.
Time to take a shot.
3rd and 12. Montesinos.
No. Oh. What a play.
Sure was.
That? Okay, so that's number 4, Anthony Ramirez,
He's had another great night tonight as well.
That was a good play because he's out here halfway between the – do I cover? Do I cover out here, or do I go and attack the run? And it's a good little tackle. 4th down, big down right here.
And
now. With
4:54, coaching staff for the Wolfpack burnt their final timeout. They figured, let's just stop it right now, talk about it. We've got to make something happen. They're down by 11. This game has been an interesting one. If you're a Liberty Patriot fan, you're thinking, man, we should have put this thing away a long time ago. If you're a Ridgeview Wolfpack fan, you're thinking, man, we've had our opportunities here. I see Stephen Lynch, the Lynch mob down there, writing for the Kern High Network. He's down there talking to the tall drink of water Ron Stapp. Those two have been together for a long time.
Oh, there you go.
Great to have the Lynch mob writing for us, Stan.
Yeah, we were very lucky that he contacted us and wanted to be a part of this. And we're lucky that our superintendent support this. We've got writers out at 3 games tonight. Writers and photographers. We're live streaming 2 games, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, we're filling a void. That we saw that there's a need, and my whole life I've always been taught. If somebody needs to mop, go mop. Not a good punt again. Maybe he'll get a bounce.
His punt. It does.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's taken. Oh, what a smart move!
Yeah.
Had that opened up, he would have been gone.
Yeah,
he would have been gone. That would have been Sean Allen streaking for a very loud touchdown, but some heads-up Liberty Patriots snagged him.
Lynch partnered with Nick Ellis tonight, so we'll put out 3 stories tonight on games. So we got this game. We've got the Foothill game. We have Henry Barrios and Vincent Perez, and I think can't remember the other game off the top of my head, but we got another game that we're covering where we have a writer and a photographer out. And so we put out stories, we call it the Kern High Extra. So we got Liberty Ridgeview, West and East is our other one. David Dennis is shooting. And so, we're pretty, we've got a guy named Adam Waybright who is a graduate of Independence, young kid, very young kid. And so
Amos, nice footwork, still on his feet. Oh, that's a really nice run right there.
So we put Waybright out on a game last week, and he's all of 19 years old, and we didn't know what we'd get. But he came out, and he did a fantastic article. And so we're really excited that we got these guys out there. And we couldn't do it without our sponsors that you mentioned a few times. We've been very fortunate. So we're looking forward to doing some more cool stuff.
Amos on the left hip of Henzo. Oh, that's a big hit. A big hit with 4 minutes to go here. And the clock is going to continue to tick.
Yeah, also, Brady Anderson again.
Called 2 volleyball games already. We had a Centennial Clovis match where Clovis was up 2-0. Centennial rolls back in the 5th set and wins that. Then I know Titan Tom was at Shafter, so we've got 2 volleyball games under our belt. More to come there. 3rd and 4. And Henzo escapes
he's got
danger,
him.
fires one out here. Will it be caught? Can it be caught? Oh, Makai Deans.
JoJo Montesino out there.
So you look at that, and Henzo was in trouble. That's a 50-yard pass, perfect spiral.
Yep. And you know, they're just not running loose. He's covered. That's a good coverage. 4th down. Well, you got to go for it.
4th and 4, I guess. 4th and 4.
So here, do they have a marker route in the bag? You're going to get a marker route.
And he's got to get to the 26-yard line.
Just collapsed on him.
And that's...
didn't make it. Brady Anderson again.
Well, it at least puts us in a position to start discussing the Kern High Network player of the game. Game's not over yet. There's some time, but we like to wrap these things up pretty quickly when the last tick goes off. So there's a lot to talk about tonight. Would it be the quarterback, Hayden Mann, who's throwing some darts? First pass of the game was an 85-yard touchdown. Would it be someone like Prentice Boone that's shouldered 85% of the running game? Would it be one representative from the offensive line that stands out for dominating and pushing back? Would it be a defensive back in Jason Oliver or a linebacker like Brady Anderson? Now look at this formation.
Yeah. Is that my
nice
guy again?
Tackle.
Sure is. Spain Howard.
If Stan could, if we would let our boss give it to someone from Ridgeview, that would be a foregone conclusion who would get that.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
He's played great.
He's had a game. Oh, what's wrong with that? That's.
Oh, that's Amos.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, that's Munoz.
Well,
Yeah, I think cramping too.
Yeah, that was a big hit. You know, he wrapped him up and took him down. I just hope it is a cramp. Nixon got in the full house backfield and said, enough's enough.
You're right.
We're going to at least take 2 minutes off the clock here.
3:19 remains. He loaded him up, and I didn't see the flag. It was tossed out here, though, so they've moved him backwards for a moment.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
Kevin, be prepared. You're up first.
I'll tell you what, man, 3 points in the second half.
Ridgeview does not have any timeouts, so the clock, who took that?
I don't know, maybe Brian. Had to be Brian.
Kevin Willie, your thoughts on player of the game for the Kern High Network?
Well, you know, I'm always willing to go for the defensive player. But I think Boone has really done a lot of work.
Prentice Boone. 5'8" junior, 173. He's had to carry that rock a long time tonight.
He's done a lot of work.
Many carries. Mariscal, the lone back, as Hayden Mann goes behind center. Mariscal with the carry, tries to get outside, lowers the shoulder. Nice
Another
tackle.
flag, Vance. Another flag.
Goodness. Flags right in the interior part of the football field in between the hash marks. So the flags holding, still coming out here.
Divers on the tackle. You know, Brian cannot be happy with what's happened in the second half.
They haven't scored.
Yeah, you just can't be. I mean, if you think
mistakes.
about, well, you take away the first play of the game, and it's 14-10 right now. You take away the first play of the game and the snap over Ridgeview's quarterback's head, or, you know, however that mishap happened, and they get a touchdown, it's 14-14. So as a coach, you know, you had chances where you could have really capitalized and really put this game away, and you didn't. And Brian will fix that. You know, he's a great football coach, and he'll fix that. He'll get that killer instinct going where, hey, look, when we got a chance to put someone away, put them away. And he'll fix that. And then on the flip side, you got Ridgeview, who, you know, just could never get in their groove and miss some guys early. I think the problem I would say with Ridgeview on that is you missed some guys early and you lost your confidence
Shores up the middle.
because you had chances.
I agree. Jason Shores on the carry. I will wax eloquence for a moment on my Kern High Network Player of the Game selection.
Wait a minute. Let me get a chair.
You've been waiting for that all night. You know what? It's a well-known, well-publicized truth that your family pays me to hang out with you. So that doesn't mean you get to take shots at me. Just be, it's 3rd and 14. Man has Shores behind him again. Fake to Shores. They go to the air, and it is broken up out there.
That was a good play by
Sure was.
Macaulay Deans.
Sure was. They go to the end zone to try to
Yeah.
finish it, but it's incomplete, and now it's 4th and 14 from the 22, and maybe a perfect opportunity to give your field goal unit a chance to get a little workout here.
It kind of makes you wonder, where did Oliver and Ramon Henderson go in the second half as receivers? And maybe he's just got that many that he rotated him, and shoot, Oliver, I think, and Ramon were playing both ways, so.
Braden Blevins to attempt the field goal.
Blevins for a 40-yarder. A 40-yarder. The snap, the hold, the kick. It's up, and it is no good. Wide left. Wide left. Wide left.
Field goal attempt is no good.
For my player of the game, see you, Coach. Good to see you, buddy. Pleasure always. Thank you. My player of the game, I'm taking into consideration K-Dub's early choice of Prentice Boone. I looked at this Liberty roster, look at all these different names on here. I mean, Chris Munoz has had a nice game. Jason Oliver's had a nice game.
Yeah.
Prentice Boone still on my mind there. Boy, but I've got that Brady Anderson looking at me, staring. I'm looking at that number 10 right there. Ooh. Looking up and down this roster. Stan's got the 34%, so if I go with someone else other than Kevin, it's going to be left up to Director of School Support Services. And at this time, I am going to go with number 10, Brady Anderson. Pivotal play of the game as Ridgeview was given a great opportunity on a fumble by Jason Shores. They had the ball deep in Liberty territory, and it wasn't long before Henzo went up behind center. They changed it up a little bit, and Brady Anderson poked his hand in there, and that's one of many, many plays as we see.
There's a lot of candidates for this
Sean Allen being
tonight.
It's one of those games, Kevin. It's one of those games where you didn't have a quarterback going for like 480 yards and 8 touchdowns where you just hand it to the guy. And I'm just glad to see Sean Allen up and feeling okay. So
you thought we were going to have a quarterback go for 400 yards on the 85-yard first play of the game, right?
And Henzo aired it out in their first possession.
Yeah.
So we thought, okay, here we go. So Kevin's gone with Prentice Boone. I've gone with Brady Anderson. So ultimately, his first gig up here on the mic with us, all pressure on Stan Green. 1st and 10, Henzo behind center. I'm sorry, in the shotgun, not behind center. 122. Gets it out here quickly to Zion Hall. Hall, shifty Zion Hall. Can he get any more? Up the 32-yard line, gets the first down. But they're going to have to hustle up and get over there. And more players are starting to kind of just go down at the end of plays, and these young men are dealing with this long summer of workouts and games and cramping up, but now he's running off. Well, they got 12 guys on the field. They didn't get one of them off, so Coach Nixon's not going to say anything, but they had
yeah.
Oh, they do call it. He finally had to. There was I got to get a name here. Dylan Holmes was trying to get off the field because it looked like he was cramping up. He decided to stay on, but it was too late. They'd send a sub in, so they had very visibly 12 players on the field.
Yeah, now they're playing with 10. Here comes the 11th. And it's hard, too. They're trying to get a guy a rest, trying to rotate a guy out because he's tired. You know they're going to throw the ball, so you're going to change what you have defensively.
63 seconds remains here in the fourth quarter. It's 21-10. Game's not over. The ball's inside Liberty territory.
So you left this up to me? Is that what you did?
I've left it up to you, but now with Ridgeview, look at the strike here.
Might have to wait.
Hinzo fires out to Hall. Hall dropped, flag on the play again. So the flag's flying often here in this fourth quarter.
Well, I'll tell you, short of Hinzo doing something magical here, it's definitely going to be a Liberty player.
Your thoughts?
Well, I'm an offensive guy, so I'm probably going to have my quarterback card taken away because I just called his name too many times. I mean, I don't know how Brady Anderson, I don't know how we don't pick him. I do think the quarterback had a good game. I think the running back had a good game, but, you know, this turned into Brady Anderson's game. He controlled it.
Amos with a big play right in the middle. Listen to this crowd go, but it's too late.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Ball right in the middle of the football field.
Tackled by Hunter Thorpe, so is that ineligible downfield?
And
I don't know that.
And Coach.
So now, screenplay, balls behind the line of scrimmage. Is there an eligible receiver downfield?
No, they waved the flag.
They waved the flag. Yeah, because if it's a screenplay and the ball's behind the line of scrimmage, there's no ineligible receiver down the field.
And some good work by the officiating crew. Coach Cornford was out to say exactly that,
Yeah.
Stan. Hey, wait a second.
So if I'm Nixon, I'm going to probably put Brady Anderson back in. Right?
Hey, all of a sudden.
He hasn't been calling his name. Oh, here we go. Look it.
Fabian Guillen.
Field goal.
For a 37-yarder, the snap, the hold, it's up, and it is good.
Wow. So here, you don't see coaches do this that often, but that's a smart play. That's a really smart play because if you go down, if you drive, you're going to take time off the clock. You get a touchdown. You got to go for 2. You might have 10 seconds left. You got an onside kick, and then you're going to rush to kick the field goal with no timeouts. Now it's a 1-score game. He onside kicks if he gets it. Throws a Hail Mary or 2, gets a touchdown, it's tie game. You don't ever see guys play it this way, but this is the right way to play it.
Well called, Stan, well called. 35 seconds remain, 21-13. The Ridgeview audience saying, hey, you guys slow down on this player of the game talk.
Right.
A little over half a minute left, and
revote. We're going to have a revote.
It's happened before.
That's okay. I got my Ridgeview player, too.
Good job, Willie. Well, play the game right here then.
It sure is. Onside kick by Guillen, who's had 2 nice field goals tonight.
And Liberty's got, what did we say, Clovis West next week? This is not a good lead into the Clovis West game.
Liberty at Clovis West.
Yeah, it's not, the last 2.5 quarters is not what you wanted to do.
Frontier at Ridgeview.
Hands team out here.
Here we go. As Stan said, play of the game here.
Oh, it hit the kicker.
And it hit Guillen.
Yeah. He almost got it, too.
He sure did.
Yeah. It's going to be illegal touching, and it'll be Liberty's ball, and we'll see a couple knees, and Brian will be happy this game's over.
That was close.
The Liberty kids won't be happy the game's over on Monday when they watch film, and Ridgew's going to think about what if in the first half.
Stan, thanks for being with us tonight. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Kenny Calvin, Rick Van Horn, Julian over at Highland High School for that Arvin Foothill game. Thanks to our team over there. And that's that. Nick Ellis taking photos. Stephen Lynch handling all of it. Motor City, thank you. Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, thank you. Bakersfield College, thank you. Stan, 15-second wrap-up for this game tonight.
It wasn't really what I expected, and I don't think it was what you expected. I think, the beginning of the game, I thought we were going to see a shootout of 2 really good teams. I think we saw, the beginning of the year blues that, things just didn't happen the way either one of them wanted to, and I don't think either one of them is going to be very happy about tonight. But still two really good football teams that I really expect to go deep into the playoffs.
Kevin, thank you. Thank you, partner. Appreciate it. Great night. Everybody have a wonderful and safe Labor Day weekend, and we will see you all next week here on the Current High Network. Liberty wins on the road at Ridgeview.
From all of us here at Ridgeview High School, we thank you for tonight's game. And please, drive home safely.